Celtics, Knicks, Pacers.
Get out of here.
Hawks, Nets, Lakers.
Get out of here.
Ain't no room for the fakers.
Get out of here.
Rest in peace to the haters.
Get out of here.
Celtics, Knicks, Pacers.
Get out of here.
Hawks, Nets, Lakers.
Get out of here.
Ain't no room for the fakers.
Get out of here.
Rest in peace to the haters.
Get out of here.
Celtics, Knicks, Pacers.
Get out of here.
Hawks, Nets, Lakers.
Get out of here.
Ain't no room for the fakers.
Get out of here.
Rest in peace to the haters.
Get out of here.
Celtics, Knicks, Pacers.
Get out of here.
Hey. Salute. Good evening, good afternoon, good evening, however y'all want to say it, man. Make sure you give all praises to the Most High God, man, the creator of the heavens and earth and everything in between, and our ancestors, man, in Jesus' name, amen. 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 Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Y'all know what it is. Ain't nothing changed, man. If you know you're listening on your device, man, and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, do me a favor, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Tell your family, tell your friends. Tell your family, tell your friends, man. Yes, sir. What's up, Chef? What's up, Mr. Elmer? What's up, Daniel? Salute. What's up, Akeem? 305, what's happening, man? What's happening? He said he went back to the old intro. Yeah, I used both of them. Hold on now, Akeem. I used both of them. I've been using both of them. What are you talking about? That one is shorter. That's only 47 seconds. I use both of them, homie. What's up, 305? What's up, Alec? Yes, sir. What's going on? Yes, sir. Tuesday. All right. So yeah, man. Okay, so just a recap. On yesterday. And like I say, man, yesterday, and I'll say it again. I said it in my short, man, in my closing short. Miami Heat closing, man. I'm not mad. I am proud of them guys, man. Everything that we went through this year, all the stuff that we went through, them young guys went through in that locker room, personal and otherwise, trade otherwise. All the things them guys went through, man. I am proud of them. They held their own. They did what nobody said they was gonna do. Make the playoff without Jimmy. They did the exact same thing with Jimmy. They lost, they won. Even with all the midst of the turmoil, man. They did what they did. The way they lost, however you want to try to explain it. Excuse me, y'all. However you want to try to explain it. However you want to try to explain it, man. Miami, the loss is a testament of their season. It was a testament of their season, man, and what they went through. By the time the game 4, I guess Spo threw in the towel, so the players threw in the towel. It is what it was. I mean, it was what it was. Again, I'm proud of each and every one of them guys for fighting through everything. Fighting through everything, man, that they went through this year. Ups, downs, the personal, locker room stuff, trade stuff. So, um, what's up, Peter Walker? Salute, salute, salute. Ain't nothing, baby boy. Ain't nothing, ain't nothing. So I'm proud of. On to the next man. So see what moves gonna be made. Um, I gave my opinion on my take, and I'll keep giving my opinion. Now it's not gonna happen. It is it's not gonna happen. But like I told you, been telling y'all, man. Um, Miami is a good old boy network. Pat Riley and them. Uh, Pat Riley ain't going nowhere unless he voluntarily retires. Spo is not gonna get fired or nothing. So it is what it is. This is what we up against. Some moves going to be made. I already know some moves going to be made. I don't know what moves going to be made. Um, and everything. I have no clue on what moves going to be made. What they're going to do. Um, Look, we don't need much. On the contrary, how we left out. Miami don't need much, bro. See, I know you haters and all you sucker fake fans think we need all these starers and all that foolishness. We don't need none of that foolishness. We don't need none of that foolishness. What we do need is a deep two-way player, 6'10". I don't want no more short gun. Everybody say, oh, we need a point guard, we need this. Okay, whatever. Make sure the point guard at least 6'8", 6'9". Because no more short guys. We got enough of them. We might as well keep the guys we got. They're not gonna lie, Pat making sure he get that ring before. Oh, I know. 305. Yeah, that's why I say he ain't going nowhere. That's why I say Pat Riley ain't going nowhere, and Spo ain't going nowhere. Pat Riley ain't going nowhere, and Spo ain't going nowhere. Real talk. That's why I know. Um, I don't know if Spo gonna change. I don't know if Spo gonna next year get rid of this small ball bullshit. I doubt it. I don't know if Spo gonna uh stop with this not playing rookies and stunting rookies' growth. I really don't. I don't know what he gonna do. He said, "Do you think that he finally trade Hero, or do you think they trade him away in a package?" That's a good question, Newfie. No, Nofi, Newfie. That's a good question. I don't even know, man. See that's the sad part about it. I don't even know what they're gonna do. I really don't. Would I trade Tyler Hero? No, I wouldn't trade Tyler Hero. Now, based on the package, based on what you're getting in return, and from what I see, I don't see what's out there. Now everybody say, go get Trey Young and go get this and go get that." The Trey Young is one dimension. Well, I wish they'd do something. What? 305. I wish they'd do something because I don't think Spo need to be on that sideline no more. I just don't think he need to be coaching no more. I think he need to be in the front office. I really do. What's up, MJ? Salute, salute. Right, right, right. It depends, right? Because he is due max 150 in October. He is due max 150. Now, will they give it to him? I don't think they're gonna give Tyler Hero the 150. They're not gonna give him that $50 million a year. I don't see that. I don't see them doing that. So I guess yeah, I would trade. But again, you gotta see what you're getting. Because if you're not gonna get nobody who's gonna average 25, 27 plus and can play defense and 25 to 27 years old, that I don't know why you giving them up. Because you're only giving them up to free up that money just so you ain't gotta pay them. That's the only thing I can see that you're giving them up for. You say the media propaganda said that the stars will come to Miami when Pat Riley leaves. Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Akeem. Now we know these brought and paid for ass, weak ass, lame ass news media not going to tell the truth. They're not going to tell the truth. See, they're not going to report that the NBA plotted against the Miami Heat on the people who on the stars who wanted to be here. See, the media not going to tell y'all that. See, they're gonna just think that everything is Pat Riley. No, everything is not Pat Riley. I'm gonna always go back to just like the Dame deal. That wasn't Pat Riley. That was the NBA interfering with a trade because they didn't want Dame Dollar come to Miami. See, they're not gonna tell you that part of it. You're not gonna hear the truth about the NBA plotting against Pat Riley because they don't like Pat Riley. See, but they left a paper trail. And that paper trail called the letter that they sent to Dame Dollar, but didn't send a letter to James Harden or nobody else. See, the devil evil will always reveal itself. See, but of course, when you got the media, you can make people believe anything you want. So everybody think it's Pat Riley. Everybody think it's Pat Riley. Why? Because the media told you that it's Pat Riley. Mike said Taliban are, are not number one if the Heat are going to keep both of them to get a number one star. Um, they didn't send a letter to Jimmy Butler. Yeah, they didn't send a letter to none of them. Exactly, MJ. They didn't send a letter to none of them. See, they was glad Jimmy Butler was leaving. They was glad Jimmy Butler was leaving. So again, and these people, look, when you're a hater, when you're a truly hater, and you want this organization fair because you know this organization is better than 99.9% of the teams that's here, is more superior than the teams that's here, can do more with less than any team in the NBA. Of course, you're not gonna want them to succeed. When you got a president and GM like Pat Riley, who's arrogant and confident and arrogant, of course you're not going to want them to succeed. Of course you're not going to want them to succeed. So you're going to make sure that you're going to do everything you can behind the scenes to stop anybody from coming here. Then you're going to make everybody think that the reason people don't want to come here is because of Pat Riley. Did Pat Riley F up? You damn right Pat Riley F up. He didn't pay D Wade. He didn't pay Jimmy. They tried to throw LeBron in there, but no, he did exactly what he was supposed to do with LeBron. He did exactly what the fuck he's supposed to do with LeBron. So I 100% agree with him with the LeBron shit that was trying to take place. But what's up, Elder? He said, who do you think the Heat should pursue? Well, I gotta look, see who out there. Noof. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look, see who out there. Cause as of right now, I told you I can only do it from my point of view. If you're over 27, I don't give a damn if you score 100 points a game. I don't want you. Now that's just me. I'll get it from the mud. I don't want you if you're over 27. I don't give a damn. What's up, Elder? Salute again. Salute again. He said, I hate to say this, but I believe Pat Riley is going to do everything in his power to get Kevin Durant. They probably stop it. They MJ, they probably stop Kevin Durant coming to Miami. They'll stop it, and then they'll make it look like it was Pat Riley. Yeah, they'll stop. I'm willing to bet you they're gonna do it. The NBA gonna do everything they can to stop Kevin Durant. Now I don't want Kevin Durant. I don't. I keep telling y'all I don't want none of these motherfuckers. Oh, I just don't. But I'm not in the front office, so I can only give my opinion, and that's it. He said Heat went out pretty sad, homie. Down 60 in the player. That ain't sad. That's a testament. That's the testament of their season and what they went through. I don't think it's sad at all. All you haters can say they went down sad all you want. That's your right. Handle your business. They didn't go out sad at all. They went out exactly the testament of their season and what them young guys went through all season. So if it was by 60, it's by 60. If it was 100, it's by 100. I wish they had lost by 100. I wish they had lost by 100. Now I'll say it again, just like I said in my quick take. I'm not fucking joking. I'm not fucking joking. I wish they had lost by 100. No, so no, they didn't go out sad. They didn't. They only went out sad to you haters. They only went out sad to you haters because you don't know what's going on the inside. Y'all only on the outside looking. So of course you're gonna say they went out sad because they lost by 55. I get it. That's all right. It can be cloudy. It can be cloudy. I got inside. I got inside views. I don't have hater. I don't have Miami Heat hater views. I have inside views, Elder. I got inside views on what them young boys, what them young men went through, what the coach went through, divorce, personal shit, death, turmoil in the locker room. No, see, I don't have hater views, Elder. I have inside personal views and what them young boys did. And they still made the playoff. I don't give a damn how the playoff ended. They still made the playoff with everything that went on. So no, I don't have no cloudy view at all. My view is very clear. My view is very clear. On what they went through. That's all. It's simple. All the inside turmoil or what they went through, what the coach went through, what the players went through, losing family members, death, trade, divorces, turmoil in the trade. Yeah, them young guys went through a whole lot. Them young guys went through a whole lot, bro. The outcome is the outcome. I'm not well, this where we differ. The outcome is the outcome. I don't care. Well, this where me and you differ. I don't care about the outcome because I know what they went through and all that they did. I don't care nothing about the outcome. And by the time the third game, fourth game, they threw in the towel for whatever reason. The coach threw in the towel. So I don't. Again, I wish they had lost by 100. I wish they had lost by 100. Yeah, they were supposed to, but it didn't happen. Again, everything that went on, and they going and I'm gonna say it again come October. They're gonna get to every year. I'm gonna say it again October. They're gonna get to the final. Now nobody's seen no death coming. Nobody's seen no divorce coming. Nobody's seen no turmoil coming with a player, your main player, and all that. Nobody's seen that coming. Nobody's seen the infighting that was taking place. Nobody's seen that coming. So again, I'm not blaming them young guys. They just had they was thrown a lot of shit that they couldn't handle. They was thrown a lot of shit that they couldn't handle. And it showed. And it showed. That's all. Man, please, y'all you know who the fuck hate. Ain't no constructive criticism. You know who the fuck hate this team. Stop with the bullshit. You've been over here long enough, Akeem. Stop it with the bullshit, bro. Don't come with the bullshit, bro. No motherfucking constructive criticism. You never gave haters ain't never given no constructive criticism. You know who the fuck. You've been over here long enough. No, it's not about excuses. If you want to say it's excuses, then it's excuses. It ain't no goddamn excuse. It is what it was. Are you trying to tell me that they ain't go through none of that? Because see, for you to say that we making excuses, then that means you're saying we didn't go through none of that, and none of that mean nothing. Just like you make excuses for Lakers, your garbage ass Lakers, who got nothing but superstars over there and down 3-1. Because you garbage. So you telling me what them young guys went through is an excuse? Yeah, I guess. See, that's called hater. That's called hater. That's called hypocrisy. Because if it was your team, you like y'all do, you get one injured. You get one player injured and you make excuse. So I get it. Man, I understand. So if you say it's excuse, yep, I'm making excuses. I'm making excuses. If you want to say it's excuse, chart it down. I'm making excuse. That's all. I'm criticizing the team too, but I also know what they went through. So I'm not gonna throw out what's up, Hussein? I'm not gonna throw out the fact. I'm not gonna throw out the fact of what they went through like that don't matter. I don't give a fuck about Memphis. I don't care if they got swept. They ain't my team. I don't care nothing about other teams, Akeem. You know better than that. I don't care nothing but no other teams, bro. Who gets swept, who do this, who that. I don't care nothing about no other teams, bro. I don't care nothing about no other team. They got swept because they got swept. You might have to ask a Memphis team about that. Um, oh, what's up, Hussein? You say I'm critical analyzing this team. Well, no, obvious you ain't, because if you critically analyze it, then you would throw in all that them young guys went through, and not once have you mentioned anything that they went through, as if that don't matter. as if that didn't play a part in their season. See, so you're not critically analyzing it. You picking and choosing what you want to analyze that benefit your narrative of it was a bad loss, going out bad. See, because you're not critically analyzing it. Because when you critically analyze something, you'll enter all factors that took place this year, which you don't, and which you haven't. So I'm just saying everything plays a part. Them what up, Tone? What's up? Who else came in? Oh, Nick Media, please. I don't. I keep telling you, bro. We got swept and lost by 55, and the New York Knicks still beneath us, homie. New York Knicks still a bottom feeder beneath us. So please, bro, you already know. Nobody take no fucking Knicks fan serious. So I don't even know what else to tell you, homie. You said, and then, exactly, Newfie. I don't even know why he called this. We got swept and lost by 55, and New York Knicks still beneath us, a bottom feeder. So I don't even know why anybody even paying your silly ass even any question. Well, it don't make no difference. That I ain't got nothing to do with all teams. I don't have nothing to do with all teams. All teams ain't go through death, divorces, and turmoil this year, Pastor. So don't try to broad brush. Don't try to broad brush. Don't try to make an analytic statement as if all teams went through everything this year, because all teams didn't go through everything that Miami went through this year. And I'm still not using it as an excuse. I'm just using it for what happened with them young boys who couldn't handle what they was going through. That's it. That's not an excuse. That's a fact. They just couldn't handle it. What they went through. Exactly, Tone. So we already know what the Knicks. I mean, come on, man. And Tone, again, Miami got swept and lost by 55. And New York Knicks is still bottom feeder to us. You still at the kids' table, boy. Y'all still at the kids' table. Asking for either red Kool-Aid or blue Kool-Aid. You bums are still at the, oh, my bad. What's up, Top Notch? Salute. He said, we got swept and still talking about it. Exactly, Top Notch, because it's Top Notch, because it's called Hater. They've been dreaming and drooling about this day every game. They've been dreaming and drooling about this day every game. And we ain't got no superstars. We ain't got none of that. And we wasn't even, without Jimmy, we wasn't even supposed to make the playoffs. So we get it. We get it. Yep, it is excuses. I'm gonna make all of them. I'm gonna make all the excuses. No, they didn't. And again, with all the turmoil that was going on all year long with the team, the unexpected, unfortunate event, them young guys still fought the best that they could fight. Them guys still fought. And they said without Jimmy, we wasn't gonna make the playoffs. They said without Jimmy, we wasn't gonna make the playoffs. But yet here we were in the playoffs again. Remember, we was 8th seed with Jimmy. Man, Knicks still probably lose to Detroit. Knicks still probably lose to Detroit, bro. Miami Heat Network, Trent. Knicks probably still lose to Detroit, bro. It ain't over, bro. Oh, we got a whole lot of work to do. We definitely got work to do. We definitely got work to do in the off season. That ain't. I mean, that ain't. But again, the work that I want done, unfortunately, it ain't gonna happen. Pat Riley is not gonna step down, and Spo is not gonna get fired or get sent up in the office. It's just a good old boy network. It basically they leave out when they want to leave out. It's basically they're gonna leave out when they want to leave out. It's a good old boy network. It is what it is. So we just maneuver around it. We just maneuver around it. So we sure will. We sure will. Just like every year, y'all have fun in Cancun. I mean, y'all, Knicks know exactly what Cancun is all about. You are the tour guides of Cancun. You are the tour guides of Cancun. So I know you know what Cancun is all about. Yeah, yeah. And 305. Knicks is the tour guide of Cancun. So well, they probably will go second round. They probably will go second round. That's far as they're gonna just like the Sixers. That's far as they're gonna go. Just like every year, that's far as they're gonna go is second round. You know, yeah. So yeah, Knicks go to the second round, and that's far as they always go. They don't go no further. They don't go no further than the second round. So that ain't nothing new. That's the norm. If they get to the second round, that's the norm. First or second round, that's as far as they go. You see, I think the Heat has to change up a little bit. That way of winning was good. Well, again, it's gonna be all on the coach. What's up, Jason? I don't know if I called y'all. What's up, Jason? Exactly 305. They, they definitely they definitely got special rooms for the Knicks. They're the tour guys. I told you they got special quarters. They got special quarters for the Knicks. Yeah. He said hard to get star value to Heat. They stingy. Well, now let me be real with you. As far as what you call star value and paying people. Now Jimmy proved himself. So yeah, they should have gave Jimmy his money. They should have gave Jimmy his money, but they didn't. So that's over with. It is what it is. They lost out. Now from this point on, I'm not paying these bums. I'm not paying these bums over $30 million if it was me. I'm not paying these bums. Like, give me the young guys and I'll build it from the ground up. Give me the young. Yeah, yeah, Elder. He blew his Achilles, so now he done. And I think personally, um, I don't think Dame gonna come back from this. Now that's just me. I don't think Dame Dollar gonna come back from this. He ain't gonna have no value if they trade him. Um, I just don't see it. That's the same way with Kyrie. I know Kyrie good, and he probably had a little more value than Dame. But I think with the age factor and that Achilles, I just don't see them coming back and being the same player. I just don't see them guys coming back the same player, man. I just don't. You said Bam, Mitchell, Wild are keepers. Exactly. What's up, Will? You say I'm taking calls on everybody else. Yeah, I'm with you on no. Bam, Mitchell, Wire, and Jovic. I'm not letting Jovic go either. I'm not letting Jovic go. I'm not letting Jovic go. With the injuries and stuff that he sustained, broken hand and stuff out the game, he really didn't get a full year in of playing. And we know what that young man can do. So I'm for holding on to Nikola Jovic. I'm for holding on to Nikola Jovic. I'm not letting Nikola Jovic go. Now everybody else, I'm willing to use Tyler as a bargaining chip, starting off bargaining trip. But who? But let's he all right. He's gonna be all right. He haven't again. I was supposed setting him out, having played him, and then when he did finally get time, he got injured. And then this time around, when he was taking off, when he was doing good, he broke his shooting hand. So he never really got a chance to develop. And he only been in the league. This is what the second year, the third year. This is third year. So I'm keeping Jovic. I'm keeping Nikola. I'm not giving up Nikola. You say hoping I'm wrong. Wrong about what? Oh, Damon. Yeah, but not hard to get star power. LeBron told everybody about Pat. No, it's not hard. I just look. I said it in my opening monologue, man. See, people are programmed because the NBA has the media. What the NBA is not going to ever tell you, and the media is not going to ever tell you, they are a lot of the cause of why people are not getting to Miami. See, nobody want to talk about that, so I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm not even going to try to entertain it. See, everything is not on Pat Riley. See, the hatred of Pat Riley from the NBA plays a major part as well. He said, put up your roster and ask yourself who is a real NBA player. I just told you. I'm keeping Bam, I'm keeping Wild, I'm keeping Mitchell, and I'm keeping Jovic. Period. Period. Obviously, they are NBA players. Goddamn it, they made it to the playoffs. So if Miami not NBA players, then all the teams that never made it to the playoff not NBA players. Come on, man, y'all got to stop this foolishness. Miami is top 8. They have to be top 8. Why? They made the playoffs. They're the top 8 who made the playoffs. So y'all got to stop this foolishness, man. Y'all got to stop this foolishness. Big man. Unfortunately, this year we still got him, but we can just buy him out and move him on. We can buy Terry Rozier out and just move him on. I don't know what Miami gonna do because I don't think nobody want Terry Rozier. I don't see Miami getting no trade value with Terry Rozier. I just don't. Exactly 305. Exactly. Say why I need to work hard. Oh yeah. I mean he a rookie, bro. I don't. Yeah. He gonna shit. Why gonna be all right? Y'all gotta remember, Spo didn't play Wire damn near the first half of the season, bro. See, that's another thing y'all don't. Again, that's why I say many of you guys don't know they ain't watching Miami basketball. Spo didn't play Wire until damn near the second half of the season. On top of going through all the turmoil that we was going through. and he still averaged for a rookie a double-double. Again, man, y'all got to look at the internal, man, not the external. Stop listening to the damn media, but y'all, it is what it is. This is what's happening anyway. He's supposed to have been starting. Spo didn't start him until the second half of the season. Spo didn't even play Jovic till damn near the second half of the season. What's up, Tony C? Salute, salute, salute. So when you hear all these people talking about some Miami Heat making excuse, I thought heat culture. First of all, we still got heat culture. We definitely got heat culture because now we got every team now make pretend they got culture now because of heat culture. What you call excuses is facts. You viewing it from external. But it's funny. I'll say this again. If it was your team, you have all excuses in the world. What's up, Rice? I don't know, man. There's a lot of things happened to Terry Rozier. He got injured. Then once he came back, he was investigated with gambling. Again, a lot of shit took place with Miami. A lot of shit took place with Miami this year. And them young guys still did the best they could fighting through it. What's up, Miss Thelma? Get them likes up, man. Y'all really come in and ain't getting no likes, bro. Y'all coming in and ain't getting no likes, man. Get them likes, man. His father died. Kevin Love was dealing with the illness of his father. Jimmy Butler's father died. In the midst of the early season before he got traded. So these are the things that we was going through. Then we was dealing with the turmoil with Jimmy and Pat Riley. On top of his father dying. Then Kevin Love's father sick, ill, and end up dying. Eric Spoelstra, divorce. Then Eric Spoelstra, rumor of his player messing with his ex-wife. Come on, man. Cut the foolishness, bro. Cut the goddamn foolishness, man. Wiggins' dad died. Look, this is all the mental shit that you got to remember, these young guys, 22, 21, 25, yeah, this all the mental shit that's been placed on these guys this year. But that don't count. You gonna tell me I'm making excuses. You gonna tell me other teams had problems. None of them had problems like Miami this year. But I get it. I get it. You try to use it as a basketball analogy. Yeah, I get it. I understand, bro. I understand. What's up, Chris? Chris? I appreciate you, Chris. I appreciate you, babe. So this is what these young guys went through this year. And like I say, and they still ended up top 8. And they still ended up top 8. When everybody said it wouldn't even make the playoff. So no, I'm not going in like everybody think I should go in with these guys. It's not gonna happen. Yes, they had some faults. Yes, they could have. Some of them could have played better. Tyler could have scored better. Bam, all they could have played better. So this is what Miami. So now we got to talk off season. We got to talk who gonna fit the realm of coming to Miami. Who Miami gonna give up? Who's really on the table? Who's really on the table, bro? So yeah, bro. You run the East. Yeah, you run the East, bro. All right, cuz you run the East. Yeah, Knicks run the East, homeboy. All right. If that make you sleep, if that make you sleep at night, homeboy, yeah, you run the East. Yeah, hey, shift, hey shift. Yeah. Knicks run the East shift. Okay, all right, bro. Yeah, hey, okay, homie. Okay, man. Hold on. Hey, 305. Hey, 305. Not running the East with no rings. These motherfuckers, he said they run the East and ain't been out the second round in 35 years. They ain't been out the second round in 35 years. But he run the East. Okay, bro. Hey man, you can have it. You can have it, bro. Y'all run the East on me. Y'all run it. I'm gonna let you have it, man. I ain't got time. I ain't even got time for your foolishness, bro. You run the East? Okay, bro. You run the East. Okay. So this is the free agent of 25-26 season. Okay. Dominic Burlow, Clint Capella. Shit, I would take Clint Capella. What's up, J Rock? Salute, nephew. Yeah, man. It sure have been a minute, man. It sure have been a minute, brother. It sure have, man. How you been, man? Let me matter of fact, let me put it up over here. Let me read it from over here. Uh, this is what I set it up for. This is exactly what I set it for. Oh, all right. Let me put it over here. Oh shit. I'm tripping. He said, I don't think anyone we getting is free. This no, ain't nobody free, homeboy. Ain't nobody, definitely ain't nobody free. Okay, so I'm gonna put it up over here. We gonna start with the Atlanta Hawks. What's up, DePool? Salute. What's going on? Okay, so Dominique Furlow, I don't know which one that is, but Clint Capella, he's a free agent. Garrison Matthews, Larry Nance, free agent. Shit, we probably could get Larry Nance for about minimum wage. Larry Nance would be a good guy come off the bench, big guy come off the bench. He said, "Put your GM hat on, Big Tone. What position would you address?" I'm getting all bigs. J Rock. I'm getting all bigs. I ain't getting. I'm gonna do my best not to get nobody shorter than 6'10". That's the first thing I'm dressing in the draft. If it's there, if it's there. What's up, Andy? Salute. Ever since I heard of Heat culture, the Heat get gentlemen swept and swept in the playoffs. Yeah, see, well, again, you coming in the back, you coming in the back door, you coming in the back door, you hearing what you want to hear. So of course, just because the Miami Heat have a bad season, and you don't know the substance of nothing that's happened, you just looking at the sweep, and you think that ain't no Heat culture. But hey, man, feel free to believe, feel free to hate the way you hate. Now you coming over here with your fake ass analogy, talking about Miami Heat culture because we got swept. Yeah, okay. Yeah, have fun with it. Yeah, we need tall wings. We definitely need tall wings. So we got Jacob Toppin, but he restricted, so no, they ain't nothing. So Chris Levert, Nance, and Capella would be the only one that makes sense as far as free agent. Far as free agent, um, on on the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, yeah, whatever, boy. Yeah, y'all bullies. Yeah, y'all bullies. What's up, Wick? Salute. Yeah, y'all bullies, bro. All right. So Boston, ain't nobody we want from the garbage ass Boston. He said Porzingis don't want him. Nah, Miles no don't want none of them. Okay, Brooklyn, Johnson, Keon Johnson, Martin, Milton, Sharp, Cam Thomas is restricted. Wham. Ain't nobody on the garbage ass. Ain't nobody on them garbage ass Nets we want. Yeah, ain't nobody. Cam Johnson. He probably. Well, they acting like they ain't gonna pay. They acting like they're not gonna pay Cam Johnson. So where we at? So we on the Nets. On about the Nets. So we on Charlotte. They act like they're not gonna pay on this. That's all they are. I know we've been frauds. We was frauds when we beat y'all ass too. Yeah, we was frauds when we beat y'all ass too. Sent your punk ass home. So that's all. We'll stay fraud. We'll stay fraud. Um. So you got Steph Curry, Tosh Gibson, Trey Mann, Wyndham Moore. Oh shit! Hold on. Damn, I went too far. Okay, then you got Norkit on Hornets. You got Mark Williams, Bretton. Okay, none of them. Ain't none of them seat fillers that we want. Okay, Bulls got Javon Carr, Giddy. He restricted though. Horton, no. Lindell restricted. Miller restricted. Lonzo Ball team option. Zach Collins, Kevin Horter, uh, Ted Terry, Nikola Jovic. Now the only one that I really would want on the Bulls, I would give Vukovic. I definitely would give Vukovic from Chicago. I definitely would get him. Yeah, I definitely would get him because that's a good big. That's a good big that could fill coming off the bench. That's a good big that can come off the bench or even start. Shit, he could still Vukovic can still start. So yeah, well that's good. I know you had it. I know you had it locked up in your room for years. Yeah, I know you had it locked up in your room for years. You finally can get the smoking. So yeah, enjoy. Yeah, enjoy. You finally can get the smoking. So yeah, enjoy the heat pack as you would say, as y'all would say. So then you got Cleveland. so so you got Javon Green, Ty Jerome is free agent. I don't want him. He too small. Ain't nothing I don't want him. He had my lucky year this year. He not gonna duplicate that no more. So I wouldn't even take no chance on him. So they probably keep him because yeah, he's not gonna duplicate that. No damn sure no Tristan Thompson, none of them. Dean Wade, he a good seat filler, but Craig Porter Jr. So nobody on there you would want, really. Okay, Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks got some good trade pieces at the minimum. Dallas Mavericks got some good trade pieces at the minimum. Yep, I sure am making with sandwich. I sure am. so spent no, don't did Woody hell no. No, Kyrie Irving he done. The White Powell, no. Kessler. So he restricted. So you would have to do a deal. Kyle Jones. Then you got Guilford, you got Daniel Guilford, PJ Washington. That Guilford and Washington would be a good trade for a Duncan Robinson or something. For a Duncan Robinson. Again, ain't nobody gonna want no Terry Rozier. I don't see nobody wanting Terry Rozier, bro. I just don't. I don't see nobody wanting no Terry Rozier. Yeah, yeah, and yep. So Maverick, Guilford, and PJ Washington is really the only two I would want from Dallas Mavericks. PJ Washington and Guilford is Gafford. I say Guilford. Gafford is the only two that even would be even worse. I mean worth uh going to. What's up, Ant? Salute, salute. Yeah, them two would only be the two that's worth it. So yeah, yeah. So on Denver, you got a couple of them. I don't know what I don't know what the hell Denver gonna do. because they in turmoil themselves. Denver in turmoil themselves. You say, I know you don't really pay attention to it, but really that much. But did you see that Stephen has said that it's time? Oh yeah, I seen that. Well, I ain't had to watch no Stephen A. said. I didn't have to watch Stephen A. said. We've been saying it's time for Pat Riley to step down. We've been saying that. So that they didn't. I didn't have to listen to no Stephen A. So Cash Car, you got DeAndre Jordan, Russell Westbrook, P.J. Hall, Spencer Jones, Hunter Tyson, Peyton Watson. The Denver Nuggets really don't have nobody, so I don't see nobody over there. So now Detroit got a couple of young bucks over there, and see they're young for the most part. They're young. Detroit gonna be making some moves. Yeah, okay, bro. I keep convincing yourself, home. Keep convincing yourself, home. Keep convincing yourself, man. Okay, you got Tim Hardaway. I don't want no Beasley. Too old. Hardaway, you got Paul Reed, Dennis Schroeder. All these are free agents on Detroit. Jalen Darren. That damn sure don't nobody want no fucking Tobias Harris. So that's it. Judah Smith, Harper. Um, outside of Tim Hardaway, that's basically it for Detroit, who's still pretty young. Then you got Golden State. The Knicks is going to get yeah, man. That ain't about it. Say yep, roster fillers after we make a move. Yeah, that's all we just I mean at this point, yeah, that's all. Like I said, y'all know me. I told y'all minimum wage, bro. Enough with paying these overrated ass bums, bro. Enough with paying these overrated bums, man. Enough is enough. Okay, so you got Braxton Keys from Golden State, Kevin Knox, Kaminga. Now they ready to get off of Kaminga. Now Kaminga seemed to be having Kaminga Kaminga seemed to be having problems. So I don't know if I would trade for Kaminga. Kevin Looney, he a free agent. Gary Payton II, Quentin Post, Spencer. Um, oh, definitely don't buy one of the fucking Draymond Green. So that's basically it for as Golden State. So now you got Houston. So you got Houston. You got Steven Adams. So with Houston, free agent, Steven Adams is a good big guy, but I don't think they're gonna and Miami wouldn't get Steven Adams anyway. Jeff Green, no, that damn sure not no Van Bleak, none of them. Ain't nobody paying that garbage motherfucker that money. Houston overpaid his ass. Now Jabari Smith, I would take Jabari Smith even though he restricted. I would take young. He 20 what? 22. Jabari Smith like 21, 22. Yeah, I would do that. I would take that. Yeah, Lanny. Look like y'all. The boy Green. Your boy Green. He ain't holding up on you, Lanny. Your boy Green ain't stepping up to the plate. He said, "What are your thoughts on bringing Aaron Holiday? Who he play for? Who he play for? Anthony. Who said we had something we want? Man, please. He said we ain't got nothing you want. uh, I'm not even gonna get into that because that display of young ignorance that y'all got over there, Lanyon. Um, I don't know what you talking about. We ain't got nothing you want. I know we don't. Obvious y'all ain't got nothing you want. It's obvious Houston ain't got nothing you want. Yeah, it sure is. Now, what about the other 3 years? Now, tell me about the other 3 years, Andy. Tell me about the other 3 years. You gonna leave the other 3 years out, huh? Yeah, yeah. You gonna leave the other 3 years out. So what happened the other 3 years? And if you don't tell me, I'm blocking your punk ass. Yeah, since you only want to pick out the two. Yeah, yeah. Since you only pick out the two, you got 2 minutes to tell me about the other three, sucker. Yeah, or I'm blocking your punk ass. Yeah, yeah. You got another minute. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Get your punk ass in the boom boom room, sucker. What's up, nephew? Obvious y'all ain't got nothing you want. And nephew, you talking about we ain't got nothing you want.
Tone, what are you talking? Come on, bro. Come on, man. With that performance y'all had yesterday, man, I don't see how you running here trying to talk down on any team, man. Come on now.
Because I can talk down on any team.
Shh.
Just like y'all talk down on us. Y'all ain't did shit yet. So I can talk
Uh,
down. I don't care about no
y'all,
performance.
y'all was pathetic yesterday.
It probably was.
Like,
It probably was pathetic.
why
That
you gonna
ain't
get
got
mad at me? How you gonna get mad at me? Because y'all ain't got nothing we want, man. Y'all ain't got nothing over
no
there.
no. And y'all don't obvious y'all don't have nothing you want. Because y'all ain't doing nothing either. This is
Nah, we
what I'm saying. That's cool. I
got
don't
young
think we
players, man.
even going. First of all, you talking about we ain't got nothing you want. We ain't going that nothing you got,
Man, you just said you want Jabari Smith, man. What you gonna
bro.
give? What you gonna give us for Jabari Smith?
I can
He's
give
a
you
restricted
Tyler.
free. If we sign him to an offer sheet, you guys get a draft pick from us. What are you talking about?
No, first of all,
Man, we
even
don't want nothing y'all got, man.
okay, is it different?
What we need with draft picks, we got Phoenix draft picks right now. We
First
don't
of
need
all,
draft picks. We got a team full of
Tyler,
draft.
what's the average? What's the average of Jabari make point? What he doing this year?
I think he making like 10 million this year.
No, not money, not money. Points, because you
Scoring.
said we ain't got enough.
Points, oh, he probably make about 12, 13, 14.
Tyler making 25 points a game this year. So how
Oh,
Tyler ain't nothing you want? But I get it. I understand. See,
I
I,
mean,
I,
y'all trying to move Tyler for one thing.
I don't even think we are too. And I'll say it again. Now, if they do, they do. I'll say this again. But
I think this is an even 1-for-1 trade
I
What's
would
an
trade
even
Fowler.
1-for-1 trade?
for
What's it-
Well,
Jabari.
first of all, it's not even. It's
What's good?
dropping down.
The
You talking
money,
about
the money
15
got
point? Yeah. You talk first of all, and you talking about a 15-point drop. So it's
No.
not.
I'm gonna bring up someone that's even terms of production.
It ain't no
Jabari.
production even. How the hell is the production even?
Duncan.
Tyler averaging 20,
Man, we don't want no
25.
damn Duncan
And-
Robinson. Man, is you crazy?
Yeah, and even that money don't match. That money don't even match. Cause Duncan getting 20.
Right.
So
What's
you
good?
can't just say this match or that match. What's up, 305? You can't say this match or that match. We got to go in with the money too. We can't do because this is what we want. You got to make shit make sense, bro. You got to make the money match. So we can't.
And
can't even
Atlanta, and
get
let's
them
be honest. I think you guys came in the playoffs way too soon. To be honest, you were a good team, but I think you're too young. You guys don't have enough veterans. You guys have more young players on that team than you have veterans there. I think you guys came in. You guys are a good team, but I think you guys came into the playoffs a year too early. I like Houston, but I think they came in to the playoffs too soon.
Man,
And that don't make no type of sense.
you
whatsoever.
can't never.
You gonna need experience.
You
at some
can't
point.
never come into the playoffs too soon.
Too
man.
early. Yeah, that don't make.
Tony,
Yeah,
where you find this guy?
They
I
use
don't-
that.
and-
That the reason why I'm
and-
saying
Where
that.
you find him
What
at?
do you mean that makes no sense? They always say that they use
and-
that. They use that for other. You can't say
and-
that doesn't make sense because I've heard them say that
Even-
with
listen to me, and-
young teams that
Man,
they
it don't
said
make-
that with they said that with before this year.
It don't
They
make
said
no
that with
sense.
Oklahoma
Ain't no
City.
need to try to explain that shit.
No,
man.
they said that with
Anthony,
Oklahoma
hold
City.
Hold on, bro. Listen to me. People can say what they want. Everybody got opinion on something. There's no such thing. I don't care if all of them was 10 years old. If they win through the regular season, they put themselves in the position to get in the playoff, then there's no such thing as too young, number one. Number two, you always, whether you young or old, try to put yourself to get in the playoff because even if you lose, you're getting experience.
Right.
So there's no such thing as too young getting in the playoff or too soon, all that bull crap. Yes, they might
That's just
be
a media
inexperienced.
narrative, you think?
Of course, there ain't no think. That's what it is. It's people gonna say what the hell they want to say.
Man, I ain't never heard nobody say no shit like that in my life.
Yeah, it is. But you get in these positions to get experience. How the hell you gonna ever get experience and you never get in the playoff because you think they're too young? What, they gotta be 50 to get in the playoff?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying it.
What's
It's
up,
about
John?
the age, the immaturity of the city. They're not mature enough to do like.
Okay, but it's okay. But you got to get in the playoff to get your experience.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Everybody starts off as a rookie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then what happens when the more they play? They get what? Experience.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing with a playoff.
Playoff.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I was trying to. I understand what you guys are saying now. You have to get into the playoffs to get experience, but
Yeah, you got to get in anything to get experience. Then no matter what, you make your mistakes. You do whatever it is you do, and you learn from the mistakes that you made in the pressure time, which is the playoff. That's how you get. See, everybody can shine when they're doing good.
Yeah.
But what's going on when you're down?
Yeah,
how you gonna react when the pressure's on you? That's the experience building that you do.
It seems like the experience caught, like the Golden State experience caught up to them because of the amount of experience all the players on that roster have in the playoffs.
Bam don't want to get no traded, man. Bam Bam ain't getting no trade at all
Man.
that.
So,
It's
some
just
of
gonna be
these some of these
loose.
people need to stop demanding Bam to
Well,
get traded.
they want Bam. See, again, as long as everybody on their team they garbage. It's the same way with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was garbage. Jimmy Butler garbage. He ain't never did nothing. He ain't this. He ain't first. He ain't second. He ain't third. He ain't fourth. He just garbage till he on somebody else's team. Now all of a sudden Jimmy is the greatest thing since water. And look, man, the hate is real. I keep telling you people. It's the same way with Bam and Tyler. All of them garbage till they on somebody else's team. Then they're gonna become the greatest thing since water. We know the game. So no, Bam is not. They ain't trading no Bam.
Our
But
idiot fan base wants him to get traded.
Is Bam going? I don't think they're gonna make the mistake with Bam that they made with Jimmy. I think this offspring they're gonna do what they can to put some pieces around it, whatever's available.
I
Because
think
it got to be available. What's up, so? It has to be players available. You can't just say, go get this player, go get that. It don't work like that because y'all think shit do. And then as soon as you did, Miami don't get this, oh, Pat Riley ain't do Pat Riley was sleep. Shut your ass up.
Our fan base, like you've always told me, our fan base is bipolar when it comes to players.
Now, I don't pay first of all, I don't pay no attention to Miami Heat. I've been cutting Miami Heat fake ass fans off. So I don't pay no attention to them silly ass motherfuckers at all.
yeah,
I
Miami
just
got a
don't.
bunch of flip flop fans.
Yeah, I don't pay no
They
attention
care
to
more
them.
about
They
winning than
spent all year talking about how Jimmy ain't this, Jimmy ain't that. Now they begging for Jimmy back.
They
yeah.
ain't even really like Jimmy until he started making playoffs and everything.
Yeah.
So
Then they talk about how old Jimmy too old. Then you want a 37-year-old who 3 years older than Jimmy.
Yeah, they want Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. It don't.
That makes no sense.
People, man, that's what I say. You can't take these other people serious, bro.
I can't understand if I can't
Bam
understand.
is free, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Bam is free.
yeah,
He on the greatest
and I can
organization,
understand if they said
and
they
he the
wanted to
captain.
get a Devin Booker who's younger than Jimmy,
And
but
I don't even want motherfucking Devin Booker. I just don't want these mental. I'm sick of mental case, man. Sick of mental case.
he's
Enough
a
of the
mental case. You think?
yeah.
All of them mental cases. I'm sick of mental cases, bro. We got that shit with goddamn Wiggins. And I seen that coming soon as they say he was coming here. I already knew that mental situation that he was gonna have that he had because he had it with Golden State. He was just comfortable and he won a championship with Golden State. I knew he was gonna bring it here.
We
And
should
then
have
the fact that his pops died in the beginning of the season, I just knew what was coming once I found out he was coming. It is what it is, though.
we should have got Jimmy in Houston, man, really, but
I don't even know if they ever even made a deal with you. Because remember, it
y'all
waited
got
till
Wiggins. Y'all took Wiggins. Y'all take them to anything. Everybody know Wiggins
Yeah,
here.
well, what it
alright.
was. Here's the
It
thing.
was a money matching.
I don't think Miami was actually going. I think they were going to try to make Jimmy suffer. I don't think they was going to trade Jimmy. That's why you remember now they waited until the last day of the trade
Yeah.
to trade Jimmy.
Yeah.
I think it at that last day they knew they had to get off. They actually had no other choice.
I wouldn't have
Now,
traded. I
it
wouldn't
could
have got
have
Wiggins.
been.
They was gonna let it roll off the
that
book.
other people wanted some too much stuff. Probably, it could have been some of that.
Man, trading for Wiggins, y'all basically trade him for a bag of chips.
But that's what we did. It was at the point they ain't had no choice.
But it's because Wiggins' contract for the end too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
wasn't their
Yeah.
contract match? Didn't their contract
Yeah.
value contracts match? Basically,
Yeah, and
that's
then
why-
again, Wiggins. Matter of fact, after this year, his I think his contract up.
Yeah, that's the only reason
So
I grabbed him.
yeah, so they're gonna get off. They're not gonna keep. I don't see them keeping. I don't see them keeping Wiggins.
Yeah, I see that. I see why
Nah,
they.
it was just a free trial. They was trying to see what they
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
But
I don't.
at the same time, we could have gave y'all Van Fleet because he expiring too. So
Why would we take another undersized guard?
We had to do. We don't want
because he
Van Vliet.
expiring. He expiring. His contract expiring. You know what I'm saying?
Van-
So
Yeah, but we had to deal with Kyle Lowry. We
I
had to deal
guess.
with. I don't want to deal with that again,
see,
dude.
thing is, y'all could have took Van Fleet and maybe got somebody else like a Jabari Smith. Because at the time we had Jabari Smith on the bench. So y'all
Right.
probably could. Y'all probably
That
could
would have been a good steal.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah,
Jabari
Smith nice.
would have worked
Yeah,
out
Smith
good with the
nice.
young players on there. Yep. I think he would have worked out and with
Yeah.
the system that. Then again, y'all got to realize Spo failed this year, 100%. Spo failed this year, bro. He totally failed this year. Now, maybe the divorce took a toll. Maybe, battling with the kids took a toll. There's a lot of factors that went in with what the shit that went on with Miami this year. What's up, Darren? That's what I was just trying to tell Elder coming over here with that bullshit excuse. Motherfucker, this ain't no excuse. Miami had death. Miami had injuries. Miami had divorce. Your coach and shit divorced. Miami had your best player father died, and on top of the turmoil in the locker room of him wanting to be traded. So these are the things that piled up with these young boys this year.
Jimmy became a cancer in the locker room almost.
Y'all should have got Kuminga. Golden State don't play him no damn way. So
I don't, and that's
Kuminga.
I don't understand why they
Nah,
didn't
they
go
already
after
ruined
Kuminga.
Kuminga.
Huh?
He's a head case already. I don't want him.
He not ruined, bro. He not ruined.
No, he's just trying. He messed up on his money.
They ruined him.
He messed up on his money.
Nah, bro, he ain't ruined. He just ain't getting an opportunity to go out there and show that he.
Yeah, I think something happened between him and Curry. I mean, the coach, and so he really.
He don't want to take that money they trying to give him.
Right, and I don't know why. Here's the thing: you asked for $35 million
because they gave it to Jimmy.
He asking for too much money for what?
What's up, Ghost? He asked for $35 million. And Golden State said, well, okay, we ain't give me 35, bro. But here's 30. Now, how a motherfucker like you don't take 30?
Yeah, he should have took 30 because his numbers on like probably 15 points.
Exactly. So you messed up, bro. How you gonna get mad at
overestimated his value?
Yeah,
he ain't gonna get 30 on him.
That's his agent too.
He not gonna get 35.
Oh no, I don't see him getting 20. Landon.
Yeah,
I don't see him getting 20.
He ain't got the numbers to get it.
Nope.
Whoever his agent was.
20.
Yeah, be averaging at least 20.
What's up, Jay Money?
Whoever his agent was screwed him.
They're the link. Oh, he done it. Yeah,
I think the agent was trying to get extra bread.
Yeah, so he messed up his money because the second they would have said 30, and I'm only asking
especially when they're not playing
35, I would have said, you know what? Yes, sir. Okay, let's deal. I'll take that 30.
I decided to join the losers panel today since we all losing.
Okay. You said losers panel.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Israel little company, boy.
That's
we all losing. Hey,
Atlantic,
let me ask you something though, bro, because I know you had to seen this too. Everybody in America had to seen it. Man, what's wrong with your coach? Why he pulled Adam off that floor?
What's wrong with your coach? Why he played?
We ain't got no advantage like y'all got. That right there was a clear advantage. Why would he pull? Wait, hold on. So you agree with that?
What happened?
You agree with him taking Adam off the floor late in that game?
Steven Adams? Well, Steve Kerr started the foul and put him on.
I know, and he blinked.
Game.
But that's what I'm saying. But do you agree with him to blink and pull him off the floor with a 4-point lead?
I think you could have let him shoot at least 2 free throws.
At least 4. Because you had a 4-point lead, and if he split all of them, you still got a 6-point lead because they couldn't score. It wasn't like they were just automatically gonna get a bucket, bruh. They couldn't score. with Adams on the court. That's why he needed him off the court. You know, obviously that Curry needed him off the court. I can't believe he blinked, bro. He had a clear advantage. Clear. And Steve Kerr made that man blink.
The Warriors ain't doing nothing special. They really ain't. We just Jalen Green. We can't get nothing out of Jalen Green, man.
Yeah.
Shit, y'all could have squeaked that one out though. But man, my coach,
we should have won that game. But I mean,
he'd have left him in the game. Man, it was as simple as that. Just leave him in the game, bro. The game was all about Steven Adams at that point, which is what Steve Kerr tilted his hand. He did it twice. He done showed him twice that this dude is the X factor, and I need him out of this game. He done showed it twice.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, Steve been playing good ball though.
Yeah, and I saw it the first time y'all played him. When they held Steph to like 3 points or whatever, he was part of that. I saw that in that game, and that's the reason I picked y'all, because I'm like, dude, that was a clear advantage that you can't even mess up, not even your coach. And I mentioned it when I made the pick. I said, even he can't mess that up. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. He messed that shit right on up, bro.
Steven Adams really can start. I mean, he really can start, bro.
Yeah, but man, that shit that old boy did the other night, playing everybody for the entire half. I'm not gonna kill him about it. I'm gonna kill him about playing Austin Reed in the first half, but I'm not gonna kill him about that because he told him, if y'all get tired, say something. Motherfuckers didn't get there and say nothing.
No, you the coach, fam. You got to take him out.
No, you ain't. Bro. At some point, you gotta trust your players.
Nah.
If your players tell you they good, bro, you gotta trust that they say they good.
But if you up 10, you gotta give them a break.
You got to know your personnel. You got a 40-year-old man,
yeah, bro,
and a Luka Doncic that we know ain't in shape.
and then you got another dude that look like he's 40.
So I mean, I blame Luka for losing the game anyway. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm only say JJ is like tertiary because I got Luka, then I got Reeves. Then I got JJ in my blame game.
Talking about the Warriors gonna go to the finals. They're not gonna beat Minnesota, man. They're gonna get ran through by Minnesota.
I'm about to say that too, bro. Minnesota, shit, the way they playing up, if they can beat us like this, they might be representing the West.
And they pressing.
I don't know if they're gonna come out the West, but I know they can beat a team like the Warriors. The Warriors ain't got nothing over there, man.
Warriors ain't got no center.
Steph and Jimmy, and that's it. They ain't got nothing else, bro.
Yeah, but they can kind of do to Golden State. I'm talking about the Wolves. What y'all doing to them as far as putting them big lineups out there?
And they got a closer. They got Ant who gonna stop Ant on that team? I mean, Jimmy can guard him, but
Nah, Ant different, fam. Ant different.
yeah, Ant the real deal. I'll take Ant over all these. That's why I told him, like, when they was like, who you scared of? I was like, I'm scared of Ant. I'm scared of Ant. Out of all them teams that was 5, 6, 7, and 8, I was like, man, I'm scared of Ant out of all them teams, man. Because I know what he can do. He the best player.
Well,
He dropped 40 last game.
Well, we damn sure can't stop him because we ain't got no rim protection. We can't without rim protection. We don't really pose a threat to him. He see our little old defense and he's like, shit, I can dribble right onto the rim.
But didn't I tell you that though? Did I tell you that?
That ain't why we losing though, Lanny. That ain't why we losing. We losing because the guy who's supposed to be doing the same thing back to them is missing them easy ass shots.
that ain't the reason why y'all losing.
Now you want to blame?
Y'all need a center too.
Well,
That ain't the reason why y'all losing.
well, it is to me because that's what I said.
And you gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's why.
Hold on,
You gonna lie.
Yeah.
That ain't the reason why y'all losing.
Yeah, he know that ain't the reason.
No,
That ain't the reason why y'all losing. Stop capping.
What I said,
What?
it was all about our scoring. I
Yeah,
never once
but
said we were gonna be
go,
no
come
defensive
on, go.
threat.
Stop,
I
man.
said
You gotta
it
be.
was about our scoring. And when
Go.
Luka keep missing these goddamn layups, then
Go.
what we gonna do?
You gotta
Did
be
Luka have that
you gotta be
point?
real with yourself at some point, man. You can't keep
Didn't
lying to
somebody get
yourself
0
like that.
points?
Man,
What is wrong with you?
look, bro, we win with offense, nigga.
No,
We can't
I
win with
don't
no
care about
defense.
that, bro. You gotta understand something. Anytime, as y'all call him the GOAT, y'all king, go scoreless in the fourth quarter. You ain't telling me that Luka missing 2 layups. LeBron also missed layups
He
too,
ain't
by the
missing
way.
no 2 layups. Why y'all keep
LeBron
saying he
also
missed
missed
2
layups
layups?
at the rim too.
He didn't miss
You
2
ain't-
layups, bro.
you just conveniently leave that out.
Okay, well,
LeBron
listen.
also missed easy layups too,
He
but you're gonna
didn't. No, he
conveniently
didn't.
leave that out
No,
though.
he
But
didn't miss
anyway,
no easy layups.
yes he
That's why
did.
I don't even want to have this
Yes
conversation.
he
I had
did.
it with Mookie
Yes
all
he
day
did.
yesterday.
But you're gonna
The
conveniently
moment,
leave that out though. You ain't gonna mention
I
that,
ain't
which I
conveniently leaving
understand.
that.
I get it.
the
I ain't
whole
Whatever.
game,
You're not
But
gonna sit and tell me I saw LeBron James missing 8 goddamn
Look,
easy buckets. 8 points a bucket.
Luka
He
ain't missed
didn't miss
no
no
8
8
easy
points a
buckets.
bucket.
Stop
it was
lying.
no 8 easy
Luka did
buckets.
not miss no
Stop.
8
Man,
easy.
go watch
Yeah,
the
you
damn
just
game.
lie
Go watch
for
the
no
game, then.
reason.
Go watch the game. Because
Luka did
you know
not miss
what?
no 8
Bro,
easy buckets.
I know what I'm
Ghost.
looking
Come
at.
on, bro. What are
He
we?
missed 8. Oh, he missed 8
Wow.
points in easy buckets.
So
This is
again,
crazy, bro. This
the
is
fact that
insane.
the fact that your goal ain't
This is
scored
insane.
nothing in the fourth quarter
Man,
don't
ain't
mean
I
nobody
can't
nothing.
believe this is
LeBron. Y'all
insane.
bringing
Hey,
up
bro.
LeBron. Ain't nobody
When
even
you
mentioned LeBron James.
That's crazy.
LeBron James,
what
you brought him up. I don't have to
down
bring him
bad.
up because I know you
hey,
gonna do.
Ghost, when you
First of
praising
all, we
Luka when
brought
y'all
him up
got him
because you're
praising him
talking
like he's
about
the
the game.
best
Nigga
player
had
ever.
0 points in the fourth quarter, and he blaming Luka.
Yep, and he led us in
0
defense.
points
And he
in the
did all
entire
the
fourth
damn
quarter,
defense. That's
and he
right.
blaming Luka.
Oh, now we
I
complaining
That's
told
right.
about
Because
y'all,
defense.
LeBron James was the only
I
one out there
told
This
playing
is
Luka
defense.
crazy.
fans,
This is
I
crazy.
He led them in
told
every
everybody,
statistical category
it's
except
a
for 4.
matter. It's just a matter of time. They're gonna turn on Luka. It's
This is
coming.
He
crazy,
already
bro.
Long,
turned. He
This
turned
is
as
already.
long
this is
as that
Now, wait a
insane,
minute, hold
bro.
bum,
on. What y'all thought I was?
as
If I
long
told you whoever
as
This
long
is
as
was the
that
insane,
problem,
bum,
bro.
I
as
told
long
you
as
whoever
that
was
bum
our
up
whoever created the problem, I was
We
gonna
been
tell
told
you
you
who
we
it
ain't
was.
got
everybody,
no
And
defense.
it was
everybody gonna
Luca.
get the
And it
blame.
was Luca
No, it
Doncic.
wasn't. It was LeBron.
Everybody gonna get
It
the
was
blame.
Like
LeBron.
I
That's
said,
what it
nigga, I
was.
don't know what school you went to when they play
I don't know
basketball.
what school you
You
went to
go
with
where
your
I
Everybody,
went.
lying self.
everybody
You
If
be
told
you
you we
miss
got
lying,
no
layups,
bro.
defense
nigga,
though.
you the reason. If you miss layups where I come
Exactly,
from,
Chip.
you the product.
No, LeBron
Exactly,
also missed
Chip.
easy
Exactly.
layups too.
I don't know
How,
who taught you basketball.
LeBron also
what
Hey,
missed
the
hey,
easy
hell?
layups. Luka
the
wasn't
way
the only
we
one
teach
missing easy
basketball,
layups.
if you
How
miss
he supposed to
layups,
be the
no ass
GOAT?
the problem.
He's supposed to be the GOAT, the end all be all, but he 12 minutes, he can't give you 2
Well,
points.
if he'd have missed 8 points in easy buckets, then I'd be on his ass too.
Yeah,
But he didn't.
that's just what you're gonna
He
keep
didn't even
telling
score,
yourself
go.
and put
Okay,
in
well, that
repeat.
ain't missing though, is it?
Y'all
Yeah.
so-called best player didn't even score.
God damn, then you
On
had like
0 points.
a missed layup is just acceptable
Now,
when
now,
you a
now,
star
now, y'all
player.
hear what? Now, y'all hear what Ghost saying right there? That would have been Anthony Davis. Had 0 points in the fourth quarter. What you think Ghost would have been saying right now?
Exactly.
How
What
Exactly.
do
many
you think
shots
if
did
that
he
was
take?
Anthony Davis that
How many
had
shots
0
did
Exactly.
he
points
take?
in the fourth
How many,
quarter?
if
What you
Anthony
think
Davis,
Ghost would have been saying
how many
right now?
shots? He had 0 points on how many shots?
What do you mean? 2 shots.
You
That's his
heard what I
fault.
said. You said I'm gonna blame AD. If AD has 0 points on how many shots?
2
Why
shots.
he taking 2 shots?
Okay, why would I be blaming him?
Why
2
he
Why?
shots
taking
ain't
2
enough.
2
shots?
shots,
Boy,
but he's
you know you
LeBron.
gonna
Why is he
blame
taking
him.
2 shots?
What
That's
the
Two
his
hell are
shots
you
fault.
ain't
talking
enough.
about?
Well, let me ask
His
you
Even if he
something.
fault.
only took 1 shot, you would have blamed him. Get the fuck
But
out of
and
Man,
here.
no, you can't
we
say
talking
you.
about Austin
That's
Reeves here.
not
We
true.
talking about
That's not
LeBron
true.
James here.
That's
Why
not
is he
true.
taking 2 shots?
That's not true. I blame whoever need to be blamed. That's what I
Man, you a
always do.
lie, Ghost. You is lying, bro. You be man. I
No,
don't
that ain't
understand
my
y'all
fault.
dudes.
You
Y'all
think
dudes a
LeBron
whole
is the
different
fault.
level,
And,
bro.
and
You always think
Minnesota,
LeBron did something wrong. You the one think he brought
please
COVID
hurry up,
to
get rid of
America.
this
What do
You
you
the
bum.
one
mean,
think
Ghost?
he caused inflation. Every time
Ghost.
something go
Minnesota,
wrong,
I
it's
don't
you
think
that
he
blew
caused
it
no
up.
inflation. That has nothing to do with nothing.
Minnesota, please hurry up, get rid of these motherfuckers, man.
That
Just
ain't got
get
nothing
this
to do
Should
with
have
bum
cost
nothing.
me
out of
the
here,
game at the
man.
end.
Lucas just got to the team. Now they're blaming Luka already. He
Well,
escaped
he
goal
should have missed them
already.
goddamn shots then.
Just got to the team. He already escaped goal.
Well, he should have
You
missed
can't
them
make this
shots.
stuff up, man. You
If
can't
you
make
call
this
for
stuff up.
listen, if you call for your ISO and you get it and you missing them goddamn shots, I'm blaming you.
LeBron was missing too. He missed
Man,
layups
LeBron
too.
didn't even take no shots. He can't miss what
LeBron
he don't
missed
take.
layup. Bro, did you not see LeBron conference interview? LeBron said Luka missed wide open layup, so did I. He also said he missed wide. So I guess LeBron lying on himself, huh?
Which layup is that? What you be talking about?
He said it himself. Go back
No,
and look
I'm
at his
asking you, you saw the
conference
game.
interview.
So which
Look
game
at
would that? Which
interview, he
layup would
said
that be?
Luka
Would that be
missed
the one
layup
he
and
missed
so
in the
did
fourth
he.
quarter?
So I guess
Would
he
that be?
lying on himself.
Hold on. What's missing layup you talking about? Would that be the one he missed in the fourth quarter?
Whatever court it was, he
When
missed
when he
layups
was
too.
trying to
Is
split
what I'm telling
between
you.
when he was trying to split between Reed And Ant-Man, is that the one you talking about? Because Luka missed 8 goddamn bunnies. I mean, 4, 8 points worth of bunnies. And yeah, he missed that. If you want to call him a layup, he missed that contested shot.
Wow.
But my point is, he only took fucking
you can't make this stuff up, bro. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Listen at
I ain't making it up.
Listen at go trying to do damage control, scrambling and all that. That's nasty work, bro.
And that's why I keep telling y'all.
And this nigga had 0 points in the fourth quarter.
Man,
and he not to blame. Okay.
Ghostown is a complete
then.
bro. Ain't nothing you can do, bro.
This is crazy, bro. This is absolutely crazy.
You can't convince me that a person that's missing layups.
Don't worry about it. We don't need to convince you. The motherfucking world see who the garbage ass player is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, if anybody think that missing layups is a key to winning, go right ahead.
So, Ghost, let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you one quick question. So I guess that turnover, that LeBron, the inbounds pass, I guess that was Luka fault too. He turned the ball over on the inbound, I guess that was Luka fault too.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you ain't got,
and Lanny, you can't make this stuff up, you guys. You can't make this stuff up.
Hold on. If I'm in back of the ball and you stand right there and let somebody just come over, get the ball,
you can do. And Lanny, ain't nothing you can do, bro.
It's just sad.
Ain't nothing you can do, bro.
It's sad, bro. I'm telling you, it's super sad. This is crazy, bro.
They don't have no
crazy
no more, man, no more. When
that's why Mookie them be cooking it so bad over there, man.
Yeah.
You gotta stop this shit, Ghost. You gotta stop.
That's why what? That's why
that ain't happening.
Man, them niggas ain't doing nothing but
just them be over there just frying you all night.
Nah, nigga, them niggas just talking shit just like you be doing. You niggas ain't quick enough to cook me on no day of the week.
You ain't been
they cook you every day. You
ain't
just
been
the
quick.
same
Well, I mean, yelling and screaming at them niggas, y'all want to call that cooking?
You ain't been quick lately.
Exactly. They cook you every day, but you just say the same shit over and over so you can have people to repeat. I told you repeat a lie one time, you say it over and over, eventually motherfucker gonna believe you, and that's what you do. That's why you keep saying the same shit over and over and over. See, I know the game. I see what you're doing. I know what you do. They just don't forget it. They just try to talk over you.
If you knew the game, why would you be? Hold on. If you knew the game, why would you be betting on Miami?
Because I won off Miami. That's why the fuck up.
You won off Miami.
You goddamn right. I won off.
Nigga, y'all just lost by 50 points. How could you lose? How could you win?
It goes. That's not the only game I bet on Miami. What are you?
Okay, well, we talking about the last series. Are you talking about series? Are you talking about play-in game?
He talking about won that 500 from me when I bet on the Bucks.
But even not that though. But not that, Atlanta. I won this year off Miami, and I won in the play-in off Miami, and I won dum-dums who's talking about Miami wasn't gonna make the playoff. See, I got a lot of dummies out there. Yeah, I got a lot of dummies out there.
Well, granted, they did make the playoffs without Jimmy. They did make the playoffs without Jimmy. I got to give credit what credit is due.
And
they made the playoffs without Jimmy.
I keep telling y'all on the streams are not the only dum-dum. I got dum-dums all around me. Don't even get on stream. See, hater. See, that's what hatred would do of a team when you don't know a team. Oh yeah, we went out bad, but the way we went out is exact way how our season was all year. That's the turmoil that was inside that locker room and inside that organization all year. Exact. That's why I wish and I'll say it again. People think I'm joking. I am not fucking joking. I ain't trying to get nobody to laugh or nothing. I wish we had lost by 100 points. I literally wish we had lost by 100.
What was that going to
do? I'm just, I tell you what, it would have been a more degrading and embarrassment loss than a 55-point loss. I bet you that shit.
But I mean, ain't nobody gonna change nothing. They ain't gonna fire nobody. And can't nobody coach bad enough.
I don't know those goes to 100. I don't know though. 100. Now, I don't think so, because like I said, it's a good old boy network. That front office is a good old boy network. It is what it is. Pat Riley, unless Pat Riley just wake up and say, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over. Outside of that, he ain't going nowhere. Spo is a good old boy. Any other you got coaches that was winning got fired.
Yeah, that's true.
Any other goddamn coach would have been fired. Spohr is a good old boy, handpicked by Pat Riley. He's not going nowhere. So this is what we got. I'm just hoping. Only thing I can do is hope that they change their method come October. Now they're gonna make some moves one way or another. Somebody gonna get moved here, moved there. Now who they get, all that I don't know. But coaching style, I'm hoping and praying that Spohr finally give up this small ball bullshit. I really don't think he is, but I can only pray. I can only hope and pray.
Hey, you know what I realized? You can't evaluate a player from the regular season, bro. You can't.
No, you can't.
Jalen Green,
You can't.
he was getting shit off in the regular season that he just can't get off in the playoffs. He ain't got the handle. I thought he had a quick first step. That man can't get around nobody. That man can't get around Steph Curry. So yeah, he got to.
Hey,
I
believe
think
it or
it's
not, though.
I think Atlanta. I think it's the other dude. I think it's Amir Thompson. I
What
think he's
about-
playing. His drop off has been. I can't believe.
Yeah, he was going off during the season.
He was.
Yeah, he
I agree
missed
with that. I agree with
a lot of
that.
dunks. He young though. He's still developing his game, man.
Man,
Jalen
that
Green
dude's
been
playing
He just need a
horrible.
J.
Atlanta. When I tell you hard, he playing horrible.
He ain't playing
Wait
hard.
a minute,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Thompson
played
is
well.
he's a
Yeah,
rookie, right?
Look at
He
look
played
at
well
his
last
misses,
night,
bro.
bro.
Look at his misses.
Nah,
His
he
misses
need
are
a-
terrible.
well
Look.
Yeah,
last
He
but,
need a-
but
he need
he's
a
doing
jumper.
good defensive play. He playing
Amir-
good
last
defense.
night.
But
Yeah,
Amir Thompson is a rookie, though, right?
Yeah.
No.
It's his second year. It's
Second
his second
Oh,
year.
he's a second year.
Still,
Oh,
he's
okay.
still some
Okay.
type of rookie. Still.
He man, Armin gonna be a star, man. I ain't worried about that. Jalen Green the one that really
Yeah,
let
they
him
both
down.
they both need a jumper actually, because they tripping.
Armin gonna be all right, bro. Armin one of the best athletes in this league, bro. Straight up.
Well, all I know is Steph Curry, they team is constructed in a way it's unorthodox almost how their team constructed, but it works. You see what I'm saying?
It ain't gonna work for long because
And I mean, okay, granted they have to play the winner out of they got to play the winner out of what's the name, but still, regardless of that, they still playing pretty good for them to be, where they and Jimmy just got to the team like what a few months ago, a few months ago, and look how they playing. So and their defense went up when Jimmy got there.
good. Jimmy is still playing good, but I
Bro,
don't like
they should have lost last night, bro. The only
Shoulda,
reason why
woulda,
they
coulda.
won that game,
Somebody should have lost, but did they
won
lose?
that game is
That's the
because
question.
Ime
Did they
Udoka
lose?
is not good. Is he? As a matter of fact, he's very bad. That's the only reason why they won that game.
Who
They
bad?
got the right coach in that one, bro.
can't
Had
say
they
that.
got any other coach in the NBA, they'd have won that game. Would have got won by Houston.
You can't
But
say
I
that
told
because
y'all,
he
he made one of the
Nobody
worst
expect the
coaches
Rockets to be
that I've
the
ever
second.
seen.
Oh, there we go again with this.
Ain't
Yeah,
nobody expect
yeah,
the Rockets to
horrible.
That's
be the
what I'm
second.
saying. He may change
So
the whole
let me
culture.
get this straight. So Ime Udoka is a bad coach, but JJ
Yeah.
Racers over there is one of the best coaches in the league, right?
No,
That what you're trying to tell me?
You've never heard me say JJ was one of the best coaches in the league. Why would you say that? You ain't never heard nobody say that shit.
Yes, y'all do.
He's one of the
Y'all
best
don't
coaches
He
give him
was
no
the next Pat
criticism.
Riley.
Y'all don't give him no criticism.
No. You ain't never
Y'all
heard
don't give him no
nobody.
criticism.
I'm talking about nobody. Not even the staunchest of Laker fans.
Y'all don't
Hey,
give him
JJ
no
Redick.
criticism.
No,
Y'all-
nigga. Ain't nobody said
said-
that dude was no great
Y'all
coach.
I'm talking about y'all
Y'all said he
blame
was the
Darvin
next
Ham
Pat
for
Riley.
everything last
Okay,
year.
well,
Right.
that's
Y'all-
Darvin
Y'all
Ham.
don't give
Right.
JJ nothing. No smoke, no
Darvin Ham
nothing.
got to be held accountable for Darvin Ham's coaching record. And he was
Took y'all to
terrible.
the West Conference Finals though.
No, LeBron got them to the West
playing your players
Don't
playing
don't
all
put
your
in
players the entire second
Atlanta.
half.
Atlanta.
Is-
When they win,
good
LeBron did it. When they lose, everybody else did it, bro. This is just redundant, bro. It's the
Yep.
same thing.
That's
It's
what it is.
already. There
Come
you
on,
go.
Man, be
And
real.
so how you gonna argue with a fool
I am.
like that?
I am being real.
Anybody
Anybody that
How
thought
you
that you
gonna
could beat
argue with a fool? You
any
argue with a
coach
fool, they
that
ain't gonna
thought
know
you could beat
which one is
Joker
the
with
fool.
Dennis
Man,
Schroeder
you just-
deserve.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Who
they-
in their
you
right
ain't gonna know
man
which
think that
one is
Dennis
the fool.
Schroeder gonna beat the Joker?
Man, you jockstrap stiffing. Nah, man. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know nothing about that shit you thought. That shit ridiculous. If you gonna sit here and try to
Nah, you
Yeah.
really
defend
is though.
a nigga that said that thought that you could put Dennis Schroeder out there and beat the Joker, bro, that's indefensible.
Yeah, I know it's in
Don't you realize each coach does
Man,
less than the
Dennis
last
Schroeder
coach?
ain't shit. As a coach who think that playing small ball with Dennis Schroeder gonna beat the
Just
Joker,
remember,
you don't deserve to be coaching.
just remember, he just said when they win, LeBron did it. When they lose, everybody else fault. No matter how bad LeBron play, no what. LeBron don't have to score
That shit.
any point.
Well, I mean, in a
fourth
sense,
quarter.
it's
everybody
LeBron
else fault.
is
So
kind
how
of
you
reason
gonna
why.
argue with a fool like that?
Okay, well,
That's foolish.
Schroeder ain't even guarding.
That's
Joker.
foolish.
Why you
Well, it
blaming
is in a sense. It
What's
is
up, Bruce?
LeBron is the reason why they can't win, because whenever his coaches was not up to par, his athleticism and talent could always lift him, give him that next boost, that next level. But you can see clearly this year he done got older.
That's
He don't
a
have
lie.
that extra. He don't have that extra gear
That's a
no
lie.
more.
That nigga been
Don't
over.
worry, they got something for everything, bro.
That's a lie.
Don't even
Why
worry
y'all
about
ain't
it.
keep your championship coach?
Say what?
Why y'all ain't keep your championship coach?
Which one was that?
Frank Vogel.
Man, please. Frank Vogel coached himself right out of 2 jobs, maybe
Everybody
3.
did.
He coached himself out of 3 jobs. Well, wait a minute. Why did Phoenix fire him then? Well, if he was
I don't
coaching
know.
so great,
already messed
because
up.
Phoenix
wait, better
Phoenix
yet,
got
why
to
did
play
Indiana
like
fire?
LeBron.
Wait a minute, no, wait a minute. Why did
Phoenix
the Magic
gotta
fire?
play
No,
like-
wait a minute. Did
Phoenix
the Lakers
gotta
fire?
play
And
like
he got fired
LeBron.
by Phoenix. Man, this man been fired so many times, and you gonna
Phoenix
keep
got
on
to
telling me
play
he
like
can coach?
LeBron. That's why.
But
Phoenix got a exact player like LeBron, a backstab.
each coach
Like
you
I
got
said,
did
bro,
less
you
than the
can't get
last one.
fired 5, 6, 7 times and be a great coach. Ain't nobody firing you 5 and 6, 7 times
Well.
and you're a great coach. That don't happen.
Yeah,
Coaches
now you
get
got
fired
a
all the time
podcast.
and they doing good.
No, not good
And
ones.
they,
Yeah, it is.
Not good ones. They don't consistently keep getting fired, bro.
Look,
Not good ones.
man,
Well,
coaches get
give me
fired all
one.
the time.
Give me one other than Frank Vogel that you consider good that keep getting fired.
I mean,
Budenholzer.
he ain't ever got another job, but Dwayne Casey was one of them.
Dwayne Casey.
Dwayne Casey got fired and he was doing really good. And they just
Okay,
fired
did he
him
get
out of the
fired
blue.
4 times? He got fired 4 times.
No, I say he didn't get another job, but I said that before I started talking.
Well, they gave him. Well, who done got fired 4 times, and we call him a great coach?
Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers.
Well, then the last one, didn't he say he quit?
Oh my
I
goodness.
thought he said that was mutual. But again, Doc Rivers is not a terrible coach, bro.
You told me the name of coach, and I just did. Doc Rivers got fired more than 4
He is not
times.
a terrible coach, bro.
And he
Doc
steady
Rivers is
getting
not
some
terrible.
coaching job.
okay, so why?
No,
he
you
get
just
fired?
told me a nigga that got fired. I
Hold
said
on,
a terrible, a good
Doc
one.
Rivers ain't get fired. If he a good coach, why
He got fired from where? He got fired from Orlando. He left the Clippers.
Oh, that's what he did.
Yeah, he said it was mutual. He left. He wanted to leave.
He didn't get fired from Boston.
And okay, that's what I'm saying. Orlando and Boston. Where else?
Okay. And Milwaukee in the minute.
Well, he's still there.
Hold your horses.
Milwaukee.
What they play tonight? What they play tonight? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold your horses.
And Philly.
Oh yeah, Philly you got.
Hey Tone,
yeah.
they say Giannis 1-9 in his last 10 playoff games.
Oh, no.
1-9. But
I don't think Doc a bad coach.
Atlanta. But
I
he also
don't think Doc Rivers a bad coach though.
all these goats.
That's
all
crazy.
these folks get their ass kicked in the last 5-6 years, and yet you just can't make this shit up.
That's
So
insane.
wait a minute. So you telling me you think that Vogel is better than Doc Rivers?
Hey, that's karma for what they did to Adrian Griffin.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Yeah, that sure is karma.
Yeah, I don't know why they did Adrian Griffin like that.
Was supposed to be the man. Advisor.
Still don't have a
and he
job.
took his job, bro.
I still don't understand why they did Adrian Griffin like that.
Giannis, out with the doo. I told you,
Giannis,
he's a backstab. He just like LeBron, bro. He's a backstab, no good ass bastard. That's what he is. And he not only that, he did exactly what LeBron did. What? Who got fired? Oh, dog, I didn't know the coach would get fired. Well, I was on my yacht. Ain't nobody called me. Motherfucker.
That's crazy.
Shit, man.
he ain't like the way they was winning games.
And you had some people saying he was better than what's her name. I'm like, oh no. Y'all really saying this or y'all crazy as hell?
Who better than who?
They was trying to say that Giannis. Some people were saying Giannis better than Tim Duncan. I'm like, bro, what?
You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this
He
shit up
better
with
at going
these niggas,
downhill.
man, with these guys, man.
I'm like, what?
A motherfucker who only one dimensional, but he better than everybody. If there was to ever, let me tell you something. If there was to ever bring back real basketball, hand check, body check, and you can cut it the middle, you cut off the middle, the center can stand in the middle, and the forwards, power forwards can set by the rim like we used to do when you was in the zone.
Yeah, no
If
3
they,
seconds.
if they
Dude.
would ever cut that, man, motherfucker would average 10 points a game.
It would be
Especially
so much
Giannis.
press defense.
Yep. Especially Giannis.
Yeah,
And
Giannis.
you can't make this shit up, bro.
That nigga took a shot yesterday, man. Al ball. Did y'all see that Al ball he shot, man? That shit was crazy. he terrible, bro.
What's up, Mookie? I guess this Mookie. Hoping there ain't no fake
Terrible
account.
shooter.
Mookie.
He don't work on the jumper.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I want to make
that's
sure
a real
we don't
movie.
fake account, bro.
Coming here with that nonsense.
Let me get
Damn,
my
so I was
let me get
told.
my
So I
son.
was.
Hold
I,
on. Let me
I
get
was
my
hoping
son.
you
I
would-
gotta get my grandson off the bus. I'll be
Don't
right back.
fry ghost right quick, Mookie. Fry that nigga. He over there talking stupid again.
He
see
out
here.
here talking
Nigga,
stupid.
only person stupid is your dumb ass coach. Email Doke is the stupidest motherfucker in Texas. That's the dumbest nigga in Texas.
Oh, man.
They
No,
need to
tell me-
lock that nigga up for stupidity.
Hey, go tell me what an ATO curl to the strong side.
Oh man, look, I'm not gonna do this shit, bro. Anyway, what y'all think about what Chris Carter had to say about Shador Sanders?
Basketball coach, nigga.
What did he say?
Shit, he said that he brought all that shit on himself.
That's a nigga hate nigga, bro. Another coon bitch. That
I
Chris
mean,
Carter.
Chris Carter said he brought all that shit on himself.
Yeah,
and
that's a
then
nigga hate nigga.
he topped
Well,
it off.
Well, we don't. But let's, like I sit there and say, the only niggas that sit there and think that Shador bought it all by himself is them acceptable Negroes, nigga. Them acceptable Negroes.
How that nigga Chris Carter gonna say
My
something?
editor about to drop the shit that I said about Shador, but like I sat there and said, man, listen, I hate when people try to. You know what's so crazy, Chad?
I'm back.
You know what's so crazy, right? I watched the Colin Kaepernick series, bro. And Colin Kaepernick in this documentary on Black and White show on Netflix. Y'all go check that shit out. Great series. The shit that he was speaking about just happened now with Shador Sanders, bro. He was talking about how the NFL draft is just nothing but a plantation for the white people just to sit there and say, you know, who's good enough, right? Like, you ain't good enough, nigga. You a 6'5" nigga. You know what I'm saying? You a fucking 6'6" nigga. You know what I'm saying? You a athletic nigga. Like, bro, like, I don't like these white owners is racist, bro. Like, these niggas are racist.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what Chris Carter said? Did you watch?
I don't care what no acceptable Negro had to sit there and say.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
he's an acceptable Negro.
you're saying you don't care what he's saying because
No.
you didn't hear what he said.
Bro,
So,
it's
of course
going
you
to
don't
be.
care because you don't know what he's saying.
Hold on. It's going to be some cooning ass shit talking about, oh, well, he bought this on himself. He put his diamonds on his wrist and shit like that. I don't want to hear that shit, man.
Okay, well, that's the point. He didn't say that. What he said said the dude had a terrible interview. He said when he went in there and he interviewed, it wasn't just one person that he interviewed with that was horrible. He said everybody he interviewed with was horrible. Then they said he didn't work out at the combine. Like, why didn't you do that? You didn't want to work out at the combine.
Worked out at the combine goes.
Well, the point is that you want people to think that you got the talent. You want people to believe in that.
You don't have to
your
work out
arm
the
and all
combine.
that. You know, you don't have to, and that's why they didn't have to draft him.
Yeah,
but
it
See,
don't
with
matter.
everything you say he didn't have to do, then don't turn around and say, well, another team have to do this.
It don't matter
Listen,
at this point.
you know,
He done
at the
got
end of the
drafted.
day, now, I'm gonna agree with Chris Carter on this one thing. At the end of the day, you still interviewing for a job. And when you interviewing for a job, you better know how to interview for a job at the end of the day.
Well,
And he didn't obviously know how to do that.
First of all, Travis Hunter didn't fucking goddamn work out in the combine, and he was second pick overall. So you don't have to.
Hey man, you're using a bad analogy.
It's not a bad
Did
analogy.
Shador win a Heisman?
Marvin Harrison.
Okay, did he win a Heisman?
No, Marvin Harrison didn't win the Heisman.
No, I'm not. Did Shador win a Heisman?
Marvin Harrison didn't work out for the
Okay, we
compound.
ain't talking
and he
about we
didn't
talking about
draft
a QB. We talking
No,
about
but I'm
somebody
saying
No,
that's
who's
it's
gonna be the
same
face
thing,
of
Ghost.
your
I'm saying,
franchise. We're not
It's the
talking about no
same
wide
thing,
receiver.
I'm breaking your dumbass logic.
Yeah,
No,
it's
you
the
ain't
same
breaking no
thing.
dumb
First
ass
of all,
logic down. You
players
sound
like
dumb trying to compare a goddamn wide receiver to a quarterback. That's
players
stupid.
like okay,
Ain't
I
no
give you another.
goddamn quarterback, no wide receiver equivalent to no quarterback.
I give you another
Hold on,
example.
Ghost. Hold on,
Hey,
Ghost.
hold on. Let me cook this nigga so bad because you don't know what he talking about.
No, nigga, you don't know what you talking about.
You don't know.
Comparing a wide receiver to a
Hey, Tone,
quarterback.
mute this nigga. Mute this nigga,
Yeah,
Tone.
No,
yeah,
mute
hold
this
on.
dumb ass nigga. This nigga talking
Hold
about.
on,
Mute
Ghost.
this nigga, Tone.
Hold on,
Mute this
hold
nigga,
on.
Yeah, yeah.
How you
Tone,
gonna
mute
compare
Hold
a
on, Ghost.
Tone, mute this nigga, Tone.
Hold on.
Tone, I'm trying to get my point out, bro. All right. Players like Caleb Williams,
Wait.
who's the #1 draft pick last year, Drake May, who's the #1 draft pick last year, also skipped the combine last year. What the fuck are you talking about? Even players today like Travis Hunter, Marvin Harrison, many other players who fucking got them skipped the fucking goddamn combine because of either injury concerns or believe that they can show their athletic and their skills and athleticism at the pro day, which most of the fuck goddamn scouters or team scouts are there as well, or they prioritize in training, right? To be able to like skip that, to be able to work at other pro dates. They skipped the training and still got drafted as well. And those are quarterbacks. So you could.
Now here you go, Ghost. Now you go.
How you doing?
Comparing a quarterback to a wide receiver is asinine. A quarterback is supposed to be the face of your franchise. A quarterback is supposed to be a leader of men, run a locker room, control the locker room. What Chris Carter said was he was watching the way he was carrying himself. He watched me did that workout with Cam Ward. He said in that workout, he turned around and said to Cam, man, we ought to do a video together. Let's do a rap video. Cam said, I don't do no rap. I'm a QB. I'm a quarterback. I'm a football player. I worry about football. So what Chris Carter saying, obviously this young man worried about the wrong thing. Dude, you're a quarterback. You need to be learning about the playbook. You need to be learning about QB stuff. You talking right now in a workout about a rap video. This is what he was saying. He said the man went in all the interviews, didn't win nobody over. Then he said at the end of the call, when he was talking to the Browns, it was Chris Carter said, I heard something. He said at the very end of that call, the man said, you could hear Deion say, let me speak to the GM. And that's what Chris Carter said. See, that's it right there. How many other parents who kid went in the first round asked to speak to the GM?
A whole lot of them. You just ain't hear about it.
I told y'all, bro, it was
A whole lot of
Deion
them,
Sanders. Deion Sanders was the reason why.
Bro, Ghost don't know nothing about football, bro. It's just
a
crazy.
whole lot of them. But now
A whole lot of people have done sports to the GMs. What are you talking about? Like, why are you speaking on time out? Why are you speaking on football shit that you don't even know about? Like you asking questions
because I got an opinion
before.
So,
I literally
the same reason why you talking on it. Because I got an opinion.
No, hold on. But you talking to niggas that actually played the game, niggas that actually understand.
Because I got an opinion.
Been following the game way longer than what you have followed.
And guess what?
You just literally hold on.
Did he go in the first round?
Tone. He just literally sat there and said that it's a bad thing that Shadur saying to skip the fucking combine. Like we didn't see Caleb Williams.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You a goddamn lie. I didn't say that. Did you hear me say that, Tone? That it was a bad thing. What did I say? I said that's what Chris Carter said.
You brought it up.
He said Chris Carter.
Hold on. Even if you sit there and say Chris Carter said it's a dumb point because Drake May and Caleb Williams also skipped the fucking combine last year.
My whole premise was, did you hear the Chris Carter interview?
And it's complete BS.
Well, you need to talk about what you disagree with, but don't sit there and say I said some shit.
You did say that.
No, I didn't. I said Chris Carter said it.
Replay the shit, Tone.
You said you agree with him.
Well,
you said you agree with him.
You agree with, but he didn't say it.
I said it was only one thing that I agree with. I said that boy forgot that he was doing an interview for a job. That's what I said.
That's what he said. Hold on.
You some dumbass niggas. You can't hear good.
Hold on for a minute, Ghost. Everybody, let me read my chat.
Don't tell us we some dumbass niggas. When you
well, then you should learn us. Listen sometimes.
Hold on, bro.
You can't even tell us a fucking play. Tell us we some dumbass niggas.
Let me read my chat.
I'm not gonna teach you how to coach. You're gonna learn on your own.
Ghost, chill, man. Chill. Let me just read my chat, bro. Y'all can go ahead and read my chat. The truth is, Ghost hates Deion Sanders. The end. There it is. Now you take it how you
forgot
want.
about
No,
that.
bro.
Let me say this.
I don't hate him, bro. I don't hate him.
Let me say
I
this.
do dislike what he did, though.
I think it's basically asinine that we're sitting here and speaking about how did Shedeur Sanders perform at the draft or perform at these interviews. Like, I don't want to hear it for a white racist owner. I don't want to hear it for no white man who sat there and start making vague and subjective talking points, talking about he make me feel little. He's overconfident. He's too flashy. He's too cocky. Like, those are talking points that have always diminished black confident young man, bro.
And
That's what
hidden,
we do.
hidden racism.
But it's hidden racism.
Yep.
All these owners in the NFL
Yep.
are
And
fucking
Chris know
racist.
that.
They look at y'all. They look at these black athletes as trophies, nigga. I
Yep.
took that motherfucking nigga out the hood. Now that nigga got there working for me. Oh, that nigga too flashy. Oh, he
That's all
Dion's
you
son, nigga. Oh, you got all this confidence, shit like that. You gonna tell me what you gonna do with the organization, shit? Man, tell that motherfucker got there, don't draft this shit, nigga. And that's what it was, because there was a new report that came out there and sat there and said, owners call other owners, say, take Shedeur Sanders off the board because how confident he was as a black
And
man.
I just heard that. I just seen that on Twitter.
I'm not
just seen that on
listening to
Twitter.
none of that shit, bro. I'm not.
Well, you
listening
know
to
what?
none of
Chris Carter did say something about that too, though. He said that he don't think that happened because owners are selfish, bro. They're not finna sit there and help other owners. He said that if they feel like that the boy could have helped their team, don't no owner give a damn about what the other owners want. They're gonna do what they want to do.
Okay, now let me debunk that. Let me debunk that because that's a lie. And now we know with Chris Carter just made that statement. That's a bootlicking ass line statement because that's why Kaepernick got that $100+ million, almost $200 million, because they got all their emails and all them bastards emailing each other about not
that's a good point.
giving Kaepernick a fucking job. So
Right.
Chris Carter is a bootlicking liar.
Yeah, but they did draft him though, Tom.
But no, you missing my point. Your moral of that story that you said, Chris Carter said the owners are selfish. They're not going to email each other because they're selfish. Well,
He said that they're not going to collude like that in no draft because they all want to. They selfish, but they did draft him though. That's what I'm saying. If for you to say that they all colluded against him, why would they draft him at all? Think about it.
Hold on.
To me, a collusion would be what they did to Kaepernick. He didn't come back in the league, right?
Right.
He didn't come back.
Well,
now that's a collusion,
right?
But they drafted
Shedeur. Well, no, they draft them because you got to understand too. Coach, you should know this shit. Sometimes they do shit when pressure gets put on them so much. The pressure was so high. Even at 145, he got drafted at the number 145. They said, well, you know what? Look, we can lose a whole lot of money. Look, we at 145. I'm gonna draft them, but then after I play with it a little bit, I'm gonna release them. And they already got the reports out there said Browns ready to release him.
Yeah, I heard that. So you think they just gonna cut him on out the league and not let him play at all?
That's all it is. That's all it is. They had to make it look. They had, even though they already personally, I think they still fucked up by taking that man at 145th pick. But then to draft him and then release him, bruh. See, here's the thing about racism and ignorance, which is I don't care how educated, I don't care what school you in. Racism is ignorance. And here's your downfall. You think every motherfucking body is stupid. You think everybody is stupid. There's a young man who made a good point on motherfucking Twitter. He said, you know what's crazy? All of his receivers got drafted. How the fuck you look at a film and say, damn, boy, look at that throw. Look at that. And not mention the fucking quarterback who threw the ball.
He the main distributor.
The main goddamn distributor who made them look good by getting them the ball.
Hey, he gonna have a lawsuit though. But I'm gonna tell you this about them. They'll rather lose $100 million than give a black man the upper hand on them.
You don't know? Well, we see that right there. We already seen that. Yeah, indeed it would. Because the $100 million don't mean this shit to them. $100 million?
Don't mean a damn thing.
In 2017, In 2017, that owner, Bob McNair, he said, we can't have the inmates running the prison. Talking about the
Is this
football.
hold on? Is this Aaron Josh?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Is it who?
The thing about the one thing that y'all still fail to understand, bro, that's their league. You got to play their way if you want to play in their league.
And that's true. I mean no matter what we think about
the truth of the matter is, if he didn't want to play in the NFL,
right,
he could have told the Cleveland Browns, no, thank you, but no, thank you. I'm gonna go play somewhere else.
Right.
Clearly, he want to play in their league.
Because first of all, this ain't nothing new. Them devils is racist and all that. It ain't nothing new. But unfortunately, until you Negroes walk out, because see, all you got to do is shut them owners down. All them black NFL players join together, walk out. All the NBA players walk out, and you'll shut that whole bullshit down. But of course, we just a bunch of house Negroes. We getting a couple $1 million, $100 million. Them niggas ain't gonna do that. So they already know that.
Don't make the same salary.
They already know that, and
then you also got to look at what Deion tweeted. Remember when Deion tweeted out, he ain't gonna let his son go play for no any old team. Remember that?
Yeah, he thought he was Elway and them terms.
And that shit came back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah. He thought he was Elway and them terms. Well, I don't mind them saying that, but you better have a backup plan, because the second you say that, first of all, you already know they don't like your ass.
Yeah, that's what Chris Carter was saying. What I was trying to say was that when he heard him say, "Let me talk to the GM," remember I was telling you about how some parents, some dads that don't they don't touch their kids. They don't want to hear that right there. They don't want. I don't need to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you, and I don't need to talk to you. And when you got a parent like him that's overbearing, and give me the phone so I can talk to the GM. That's what he told Shedeur. Give me the phone so I can talk to the GM. Dude, that's exactly what got him where he is now. You doing that.
You upholding white supremacy, man. That's what you doing.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
That's
it's
what
the way. Look, bro, you are messing with somebody else's business. Dude, do you know how to? Hold on. You sound ridiculous. Do you know how to get a job?
Hey, bro, you
okay? Do you know how to get a job? Do you think you can go in there? Hold on. Do you think you can go in there with your pants sagging and saying anything you want to say? Let me see. Looking any kind of way. Do you think you can do that everywhere you go? Because obviously that's what you sound like y'all saying. You should be able to go anywhere you want to go and do and say anything you want to say. That ain't how you get no job, bro. He was still interviewing for a job.
Was it a
regardless
problem?
of whether or not his talent was where it is? He's still interviewing for a job.
Was it a problem when Baker Mayfield did it? Or
man, what the fuck? Do you understand? You can't sit there and talk about Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield ain't Shedeur Sanders.
Was it a problem when the white boys did it?
I don't know. Which one you talking about?
It wasn't. They still got.
I don't know, bro. I didn't. First of all, you know what? I've never watched the draft this closely before this time because I was watching to see what happened with Shedeur. I've never watched no draft this close. Baker Mayfield, I don't know what Baker Mayfield was doing.
So you speaking on something that you really don't know about anyway.
No, you are. I didn't say nothing about no Baker Mayfield.
You don't know what you're talking about, nigga.
No, I just said I don't know nothing about no Baker Mayfield. And I'm not talking about him.
I'm
talking about Shedeur.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Nigga, I saw what went down with Shedeur.
You sitting up here saying Shedeur can't do what he do when the white boys did the same thing. It still got drafted.
So let me ask you something. When you go to an interview, do you show up like white boys? Do you hold on? Can you, as a black man, can you show up at an interview late?
Shit, the white boy shouldn't be able to show up.
Yeah, but he can. But can your ass do it?
But he can. Because you
but can you do it? Can you walk your ass in there late? So what are you talking about?
Yeah,
you know you're playing by a different set of rules.
Yeah, you gotta be.
You that damn stupid that you think you him? That you gonna go in there and do whatever they do.
That's definitely true, bro. You
fuck the white man rules, nigga.
Okay, well then you be out of a job.
Fuck them rules, nigga. You still
then you gonna be broken out of a job. Damn, nigga, you gotta learn how to play the game.
Man, I ain't no motherfucker.
It ain't if you don't run the company, you don't make the rules. What's wrong with y'all?
Unfortunately, That's it, and that ain't necessarily upholding the rules. That's just the rules that
That's
you're
just the
playing
rules,
with.
nigga. You got to know the
And,
fucking game. Now
and,
you out
and
of $40
we
million,
gonna
you
unite.
don't know the fucking rules.
Either we gonna unite and eliminate them rules, or we gonna have to keep playing their game. And that's the
They
sickening
act like
part.
they act like we fucking 64% of the population. Nigga, you 14 and only 4% of you is employable. So
Man,
you got different rules you gonna play by.
Where you get them dumbass numbers from?
Cause so many niggas got felonies hung on their ass. They ain't employed. They gonna stay underemployed.
There's people that employ felons. So that's a
Bro,
lot.
underemployed. Do you know what that means?
You said unemployable.
That's right. Underemployed and unemployable about the same. You're not getting paid what you worth.
And they use
So
it
the
against
fact of the matter is, bro, he had some points that was on point. Like he said a couple of things. Like I said, you still interviewing for a job. No matter how good you are, you still got to know that, understand that. I don't care how cocky you are or how confident you are coming out of college as a lawyer, doctor, or whatever, you're still interviewing for a job with them. No matter what it is, you a doctor, you a lawyer, you a mechanic, whatever you do, you don't set the rules. That's number one. You got to know this. I know you know this. And that's what I'm saying that didn't make no sense. The other thing he said that made sense to me was, man, you got to teach your kids to be humble, even when you got everything.
Yeah.
Because there's always a bigger fish out there that can prove a point, that can humble you. There's always some bigger fish. But why would you not want to teach your kids humility?
Okay. You disgusting ass inbreed. We know that your mother and your father, sisters and brothers. That's why your ignorant ass make a dumbass statement like that. You caucus. Get your bitch ass off my page, boy.
Who done set you off, Tom?
I don't know. This motherfucker named Louis. Talking about some you monkeys got too much freedom. We sure do, and we taking it from you, motherfucker caucus.
And so, when did Lanny drop out?
No, Lanny here.
Lanny. So, would you teach your kid to be humble, or would you teach him to be cocky and arrogant?
Can you
just asking?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I got a phone call. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Ghost, but the things that Shedeur did, he ain't do nothing that was so bad that he should have dropped all the way to the 5th round, bro. He didn't break no laws. You saying the man was in him and Cam Ward was in practice and he said you want to go do a rap video at it, bro? That's not no reason to drop a man from the 1st to the 5th round.
No, that's not in a silo. It's not. But when you combine all of the, man, I ain't gonna use the word like I was using on Mookie Channel, but when you combine all that flash and all that off the field stuff with you saying I'm bringing in this dude to be the leader of my company, the leader of my team, the leader of my franchise, and he really ain't concerned about all that. He really concerned about making videos and shit like that. Dude, that can concern somebody. When you getting ready to say I'm gonna pay you $100 million at the end of the day,
man, that he ain't doing nothing that the rest of these kids ain't out here doing, bro.
Man, get the record, but set the record straight. I'm the Steelers, and I'm still pissed about this. He should have been a Steeler because when you look at our damn quarterback room, and you look at that trash we got, he should have been a Steeler.
Right.
That's what make it pissed off even more. The fact that he better than the
two quarterbacks we got right now. That's right. Than the two quarterbacks we got right now. And to tell you the truth, he better than the quarterbacks they got in Cleveland. Because Kenny Pickett is trash. And even if, let me put it like that, let me say it like this. I don't know if he better than Kenny Pickett on the field. They got to go out there and compete. But for me, if I'm the coach over there, I've already seen Kenny Pickett ceiling. Why am I going to waste the first half of my season trying to find his ceiling again? I might as well go and see what Shedeur got.
Right.
So I'm gonna sit Kenny Pickett ass over here on the side and get a job to Shador because all the rest of them niggas trash. And to me, the Steelers got played because now you went and picked this sorry ass Will Howard. That's who we picked instead of Shador. We picked Will Howard. Man, that's bullshit. We ain't got no quarterback as it is.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. That's why I'm saying that what they did was wrong. What they did was wrong, bro.
So they know what they did.
Well, what we did was dumb. Fuck wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The wrong ain't got nothing to do with it. When you supposed to be trying to make the team better, that was just plumb dumb.
That lets you know that they colluded to not draft this kid, though.
Man, but there's another angle with the Steelers, though. We've done this before, though. Because remember, Kaepernick was free. When Kaepernick came free, we didn't have no quarterback then because Ben Roethlisberger was hurt that year. We didn't pick him up.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. The owner seen a opportunity to make an example out of a nigga, and that's
yes, indeed, he was made an example of.
Yep.
The example for you, if you didn't know it, was this our shit and we still run it.
Now the example is that we're in a new era of football where the black quarterback is the most touted. So we got to make an example of one of these niggas so the rest of these niggas know not to come along.
No. They picked the quarterback first. The first person off the board was a black quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. But
if I really truly agree with that, I can't be consistent by saying that, but then watching a black quarterback come out the first one pick.
Yeah, but they made an example of the other nigga that
right. But the example that I'm saying is the example that they were showing more to me is that this our shit and we still run it.
Yeah.
Like you Deion Sanders and your son don't run nothing. And this is the bad part about it. I don't think Shador should be paying for the sins of the father, but he is. He is paying for the sins of the father. Yeah, and he shouldn't have to be doing it.
Which one is it, though?
It starts with the daddy, though. It starts with
man. They didn't want to touch Shador because they didn't want that damn Deion around their locker room, bro.
Yep. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button for me, y'all. Yeah.
Now the last point he did make. Now I don't know. Some of y'all may agree. Some of y'all don't. He said that he thought they thought that Shador was coddled. And coddled me in the sense that he's been coached by his dad all his life, so he's been coddled.
Right.
Now that could have been the sentiments of some of the coaches or some of the staff, whatever the case may be. But his play on the field, coddled or not, should not. I think that should have overrode that. I mean, damn, dude, if you can play, you can play. Give a damn whose son you are. Man, Jordan. Will Howard is trash, bro. Will Howard is trash. Go look at his tape. Go look at his combine. Go look at them throws he was making in the combine. He's trash. Then go look at what he did in Ohio State. Bro, we don't need another dinker and dunker. We got 2 wide receivers that get it up and down that field, and he need to get the ball to him. That boy looked like trash to me. Will Howard does not look like a quarterback that's going to push the ball down the field at all. Hell, we might well have kept Justin Fields.
I thought you said you ain't know nothing about football, but you got a football team.
Man, who said I didn't know nothing about no football? I never said that. I said I don't watch no NFL drafts is what I said. And I don't watch the NFL draft because I know it's a lot of crocker shit up in there. Especially that year that we passed on Jalen Hurts. You know, the Steelers did pass on Jalen Hurts. Then come back the next year and then gonna draft Pickett. Are you kidding me? The hell was wrong with them?
Who played?
It's a lot of trash, bro.
Lakers play tonight?
Yeah, you got 4. No, not Lakers. No, not Lakers. Let me see.
No.
You got 4 games tonight.
Clippers play tonight. Yeah, Clippers gonna lose.
Yeah, you got 4 games.
I want to see everybody team lose now. Oh yeah.
You want to see everybody team lose, huh?
Hey, I don't blame you. You know me. That's the same way I feel, man. God damn it! I
Hey,
want
once my
everybody
team
to
is
win.
out of it, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. The only
I
team I'm gonna
know.
constantly be rooting against is the Celtics. Once my team is out, I only got one agenda.
Boston Celtics. So me and you got the
Boston
same
says
goddamn
don't win
agenda.
nothing else. That's
So
my
6
only agenda
o'clock.
right there. Once my team is out of it.
6 o'clock.
Y'all
Yeah,
already.
what up, boss?
What's
What
up?
up,
What's up?
Arlington?
What up?
Bucks
What up,
play
Big
the
Toe?
Pacers. What's up, it? Bucks play the Pacers at 6 o'clock. 7:30, Pistons and Knicks. 8:30, Magic and Celtics, and then the last game, 10 o'clock, is Clippers and Denver.
Damn, we
So
got
you
4
got
games.
4 games. Yeah, you got 4 games tonight.
Ghost Town, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, man, shoot.
Did the NFL ever have two top black quarterbacks who's supposed to go 1 and 2 ever?
I don't know. Let's see. Jamarcus, when he went one, didn't he?
Yep.
Who else went
asking you. I
behind?
don't know. I want to know because I never seen
bro,
two black
I don't keep up with the
quarterbacks
draft
go
like
1
that.
and 2.
You gonna have to ask one of these football
Yeah,
heads that just love the draft, bro. They spend hours on the draft. That ain't me.
Oh, 1 and 2 now.
Neither with me, but so far I've seen, I never seen two qualified top quarterbacks that's our black that go 1 and 2. So they got to put one because they keep on saying, oh yeah, they like Cam Ward because he's humble, this and that. So you're trying to put a separation between the two. There's nothing wrong with Shadow. Shadow is humble too. So I don't get the point what they was trying to what they're trying to build up between the two quarterbacks. The only thing I seen, you never seen two black quarterbacks go 1 and 2 or go in the top 10 or top 5 together, leading a franchise. There's always got to be a black quarterback or a white quarterback or a mix or whatever, and they go on. There was no other quarterback between two black quarterbacks. Every other quarterback was garbage and they're white.
But
so that's the only thing I see between the lines of that.
Wait a minute, but that's got something to do with the
And
draft class.
you talk about interview. Man, come on, man. The interview got nothing to do with it.
This draft class
interview got nothing to do with it.
Well, the thing is,
yes,
this draft class is not that strong.
He was the number 1 quarterback, and then on the day, he's the 5th round. Come on, bro.
Wait.
Come on. You got to put 1 and 2 together.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful with that analogy because this draft class is not that strong. So I don't know why you think it would have just been 1 and 2. Because actually, Travis Hunter went 2.
But over the team trying to be a quarterback now.
That's what Miami plays sucker. They play the same time Sixers play.
That's why I keep on messing with these goddamn 76ers. But I'm saying they didn't have to go 1 or 2 or whatever, but he still deserved to go to lead a franchise. Because it's about 3 or 4 franchises out there need a quarterback.
This is where I think y'all going wrong, bro. Going overboard on this to do. First of all, your mock, what you think of the draft where he should have went, ain't what them teams are thinking. I mean, it's a lot of teams didn't care to draft no quarterback.
Exactly. All coordinated. All of them decide, hey, we're gonna take this dude.
No.
And Cleveland is the one. And you could hear
they didn't have.
Manager.
Hold on.
He said, you know what, we're gonna take it.
No, you're missing the point. They didn't even have a quarterback on their board. You're talking about they going 1 and 2. This was a weak quarterback draft class. They didn't even have a lot of teams. Didn't even have a quarterback on their board. While you sitting there saying somebody should have went 1 and 2. How the hell that's going to happen?
I'm not saying you could go. I'm not saying 1 or 2, but at least the man deserves to be in the top 10 or top 5, even the 2nd round, bro. 5th round? Come on, man. And you mean all those quarterbacks they pick in front of him, you think they are better than him? You know they're not better than him.
Bro, it was, again, this was not a strong quarterback class. And I'm telling you,
I understand that, but I'm saying
had no intention
they pick quarterback who's even better than him.
Man,
that's
look,
all I'm saying, man.
Look, bro, I don't know what he did to in that interview because it obviously must have been what the
it was just a message.
Well, no, but think about what the Cleveland Browns did.
That's all it is.
What
it's a message,
think about what
man.
Cleveland did. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Think about what Cleveland did. Cleveland took a quarterback and then came right back and took him.
Exactly.
I mean,
what happened? It's all about Deion, bro. Because look, when that happened, you got like 6 transfer out of Colorado happen.
when Shedeur go to the 5th round. 6 guys who are there on the team, they decide to transfer. And they say, oh yeah, if they do Shedeur like that, what are they gonna do me? Come on, bro, you gotta read between the lines, man. He's about to what Deion is doing is changing college football. They don't want that.
Well, wait a minute. But
A
is he
black man
changing it
coming
for the
doing all that?
good?
Come on, bro.
Hold on. Is he changing it for the good or he changing it for the bad?
For the good, for the good for the black man. Besides playing football, you have something else to look after. Besides
Dude,
football.
how is he
Yeah,
changing
think
shit
about
for the
football.
better?
Nobody's playing all that
If
football, they don't know that.
Dude, make listen to what you just said. How is he changing for the better if your super uber quarterback, a talented son, drops out of the 1st round and goes in what, the 4th or the 5th round?
I'm saying he's changing for the young men that what he's bringing into his team. Look at their team. They're the only Division 1 that all their guys got in a GPA 3 whatever. Man.
All I know is he taking our kids out of our neighborhood and putting them in somebody else's.
I'm not talking about. You need to stop talking about the white and no black. Nobody want to give the man a chance. The man get a chance where he sees fit.
I don't know how you saying he changing college football for the better when he taking
for
children out
of our kids.
and put them in nails. How's that for the better for me?
For what? What you say?
You telling me that he's changing college football for the better when he's taking the talent from our neighborhoods and putting it in nails? I don't know how that's the better for us. How are we benefiting from that?
See, you want to look about football. The man thinking beyond football, bro.
No, bro. See, that's the
problem you guys having.
No, I'm not looking beyond no football. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm looking at hell no. You said you making football better.
Number 1 Division 1 got the most GPA, bro. They're doing something good over there.
You're not making no sense. If he making football better, is it making it better for the black young man?
Yes, it is. The black young man is going over there. They get the education. They get a little discipline.
Oh, nigga, please. We get that at HBCU. I'm asking you, how did football get better if his son dropped out of the 1st round and down to the 4th? He lost $30 million. How did he make it better?
See, that's what you're looking at. But I'm trying to tell you, it's also the league. The league did that. The league got to put a message to the family. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the message they said.
Because of Deion. They did it because of Deion. And I'm asking you, how was he making it better?
Send a message to the family. I got it, you know. They said they did that to Deion to say to his son, to his family. I mean, come on, man. The kid is the same kid from like 3 years ago. He changed. They all of a sudden change for interviews. Come on, man.
I'm gonna say it because I guess I got to.
I like how people be exactly who they are instead of changing no damn body.
No.
Nobody.
Boy stayed at Jackson State and had 1,230 yards or whatever with 130 touchdowns. His ass probably went first. That's right. I had to say it. Had he stayed at Jackson State, he probably he would have went first.
Maybe not. We don't know. That didn't happen. We don't know.
Yeah, we do. He would have went He would have been undeniable, number 1. Because the numbers would have.
Yeah, we could say that now. We don't know what would happen. We got no perspective, bro.
Dude, if you got it, well, you right. So going to Colorado didn't help him at all, did it?
If he would have went number 1 in Jackson State.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the difference if he go to Jackson State and Colorado? What's the difference? It's from 1 to now. What's the difference? It would have been
undeniable how good he was. He'd have had numbers that were blaring off the damn charts. It wouldn't have been nothing they could have said. He'd have won.
But the man got the best numbers. Come on,
he'd have won. Hold on, bro. He'd have won 4 straight. He'd have won 4 straight SWAC titles. He'd have had the title. He'd have had the SWAC throwing record. He'd have had the HBCU throwing record. Bro, he would have had every record you can name, and his talent would have been undeniable.
Hey,
go ahead. Let's say it. Go ahead.
What's up with y'all? But I ain't gonna lie. He over there at Jackson State. I mean, he was changing the game. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. He had 5 stars coming there, and he was gonna go to D1. I mean, Jackson State is D1, but he was gonna go to the NCAA. He was gonna get in there with Jackson State. Cause that was his whole plan and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was trading the game. He had people going to the historic colleges and everything, bro.
Man,
Eddie
Drake, hey,
George, all them boys.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
then
That's true. But
he
I'm
left.
saying we don't know. We can all. I'm saying we gonna
hey,
assume and talk also don't know what happened. The
hey,
man do it for his whatever
we
he
ain't
did
got
for
to
he did for
assume that.
him.
We
You
saw
know what
what
I'm
happened to the PWI. We ain't got to assume. We saw what happened. He went to a PWI and it hurt his draft. It hurt his draft stock. Going to a PWI did not help him. In fact, it hurt him. Because now people are saying, well, he didn't even do that well against Oregon talent and stuff like that. Well, they would have never been able to say that about Jackson State. Not once. Man, he'd have had every SWAC number you can name, every HBCU throwing record you can name, and his name would have been legendary like he wanted to be. He called himself legendary. He would have been legendary, and they wouldn't have been able to deny his talent at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're
They
saying.
was
See, I
trading
make
the
it smart
game,
right
bro.
here. Okay, I get what you're saying. But the
They
man,
had
the man
game
take
day.
the route where you want to take. So I can't knock
Yeah.
the man for the route where you want to take. That's his journey.
I mean, yeah. Hey, look, I understand that, but he came down there talking like, you know, basically like the the Georges and all that. That's how he was talking though. You know, he used that to just say he basically like saying we gonna build this up. That's what he said. And he did his thing or whatever. But I don't understand because he
Well, he
basically like
also
talking.
said this too, Zay. He said we
But
don't
Zay,
need. Hold on, Zay.
he
Zay,
did that,
he
right?
opened up
But
with this
remember,
though. Wait,
he
hold on,
what man
Dwayne,
said about
Dwayne.
community?
Hear what Zay
Hold
said.
on, Dwayne. Hold on,
He
Dwayne.
opened up with
Okay,
this. He said
go ahead.
we don't need no PWI to get to the NFL, and I'm gonna show you we don't need that. But then turn around 2 years in and say, yeah, we do. We need it. That's
Man,
the
that man
message.
he was
That's
doing
right.
wonders
That's
out
what to
there,
me
bro.
Yeah,
messed
that's
him
true.
and
That's
his
true. He
boy.
said
He
that.
was doing his thing out there, bro. I'm telling
All right,
you,
let
he
me
was
read
doing
my
his thing. Go ahead.
let me read my super chat. Is that if it hadn't been no HBCU televised game on national TV since Dion and the kids left, Dion sold out. Dwayne, you getting cooked.
I'm getting cooked.
Well, one thing, well,
You
man,
know what?
I'm gonna say,
I could bet that's Akeem. Is that Akeem or the realist? Which one?
yeah, it's Akeem. You know it's Akeem.
Nah,
But
I know it's
but
Akeem, man. I know.
but one thing we can say though, one thing we can say, whether you like them going to Colorado or not, which that one time I said, well, he can go where he want, but then there is a bigger picture when you look at the numbers, when you look at what he did when he went there. Just like Akeem said, they was getting televised. See, money. That's money. When you talk about televised, that's money coming to your HBCU. That's money coming to your college. So if you know you doing all that, let's be honest, bro. It's not even just about your son, because your son gonna be they straight. They straight. Now you got all this money coming in from TV rights, sales, merch, all that. You got these number one kids, instead of going to the white colleges, they're coming to the HBCUs. This is what you're doing. And because quote unquote,
Yeah, so but he said the money was missing it, though.
hold on, Dwayne. Hold on. And because you said somebody stole $2,000, $3,000, whatever the fuck it is, well, you could have changed that because you had the power to go in there and say, okay, since y'all misusing this money, I want everybody in here. You could have went to the heads. I want everybody in here fired. And if you don't fire them for mismanaging this money, I'm taking me and my son, and we going somewhere else. See, Dion he had that power to do all that, but just to give up on the entire situation just because a couple dollars has been stolen, I think that was a cop out. I think Dion just should have said, "Man, I'm just going to get this money. I don't care nothing about bringing nothing to HBCUs, whatever. I'm going
And
to
he could have been
Colorado
a
to get this
king, is
money."
what you're saying, Tone. He would have been a
Exactly.
king.
He would have been a king. Yeah,
He would have been a king. He'd have had a king
Look,
reign.
he was already king.
Hey, look, he had
Just what he
game
did.
day. Tone, he had college game day. That means like the little it's like the big time games. He had
Right.
college game day in Jackson, Mississippi, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So I blame a little bit on all that old. I got the right to do this. Look, man, ain't nobody saying what nobody ain't got the right to
Yeah,
do. Stop it with
but
that cop out. That's the cop out.
Tom,
Let's look at the
what you
big
saying, Tom?
picture.
Tom, what you saying is exactly. You can't blame no man the route what he take. Because he do, you know what I'm saying? I can't judge the man for that. He did wrong and he did right. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He wrong for what he did right here.
The only right that he did is he got a right to do what he wants. That's it. Everything else, when you supposed to be about the community, that was wrong. So in other words, 99% of what he did was wrong, but that 1%, just because he had the right to do it, which everybody got a right to do it no matter what the consequences, that 1% you can have, bro. But remember, that 1% that you just did, because it's your right to do it, your basic right to go anywhere, it affected 99% of your community. See, that's what you got to look at. Now, ain't nobody going to HBCU. They don't have no more TV rights. All
Right, because he ruined it. Because he basically said that you really can't do this, is what he's saying.
Right.
See, although people gonna sit there and say, well, he gave you the blueprint. No, he didn't. What he really showed you was you need to give up on this shit because it ain't gonna work.
It ain't yeah.
That's what he did. Because he said, nah, I'm taking my
you're
kid.
right. Yeah.
And
you're right about that. I ain't gonna fight argue about that. You're right.
Hold on.
So what he did was he officially crushed the HBCU. That's what he did. He said, "No, this shit ain't even worth even trying. Let me get my kid on over here to this PWI." And essentially, that's what he did. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. That ain't called community uplift, bro. That's called selling out. Ain't no community being uplifted by that move. But you are. And the problem that I have is with a lot of people that tries to normalize this behavior and say what Tone, say about 1% choice or whatever this is. No, bro, that's normalizing selling out. Selling out is what it is. It's selling out. We're not gonna sit here and try to normalize it because it was your child and you got a right to move your child wherever you want to. You the one put those stipulations out there about saying you came down here to help out. Nobody asked you to go down there and say that.
Yeah.
If you was gonna help out. But now that all of a sudden you say somebody stole your radio, now you want to sit here and say, "Well, I'm leaving all the kids in that locker room and the people on that stay on that campus that was 1,000% behind you. They didn't steal that radio. That was some knuckleheads took that radio. And they also took the other radio when your ass went to Colorado." So when you went to Colorado, they were stealing up there, just like they were stealing where they was in Jackson State. Matter of fact, let's just be honest. Poor people and unethical people steal. If you unethical, you gonna steal, and if you're poor, you probably gonna steal too.
Man, using the poor state, you know what I'm saying? Like they gonna
steal. But so my thing is, bro, and then you walk out the door and shit all on Jackson while you walking out of it.
He could have corrected that. You know how he could have corrected that or made an attempt to correct that? Okay. Yeah, look at these little niggas, man. Okay, it's those. What we gonna do? We're going to the social hall. We're gonna have I want all the students in the what you call the halls where everybody meet at when it's like the
study hall.
What hall? Yeah, where all everybody, the whole college campus. Right. I want everybody at the 8 auditorium. I want everybody. We're gonna set up this meeting at the now. You go in front of that auditorium, and when you get them kids in that auditorium, you break life down to them. And you break life down to them based on what other people outside of this HBC, how they look at you, and what you got to go through. That's what you could have did. That's what he could have did. I think that still in the radio shit was a cop-out. I do. Now, once you in that auditorium, you break life down. Look, I know many of you got it rough. You gonna steal. Y'all gonna do what you do to survive. But remember, it comes with a cost. See, it's about teaching as well. You don't take out on all the HBCUs and everybody there for what 2 or 3 dumb ignorant ass Negroes did to you. Because white folks still stealing from you now. You ain't running from them.
Oh, they really stole this time though, Tone. They stole 30 million from his boy.
Yeah. So see,
hold on.
far as that, that's where I disagree with Dion. He could have did something about that. I just think Dion copped out. He wasn't for it. He wasn't up for it.
I think he's ready to go, Tone. I think he wanted to go anyway.
Anyway, that's why I said that was a cop out. Because somebody stole your radio. Man, stop that.
Hey, but I can say this though. If Dion would have came down there without all that black stuff, with all the just come down there as a regular coach. Yeah, I'm coming down here to win, and that's it.
Right.
Don't say none of the extra stuff to get us all hyped up. Just come down there, and then you would have left. We would have said nothing.
You
But
better
he came
believe
down there with all the other stuff. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, what they say. The main thing was you opened up with you don't need a PWI. That's the part that got you. You the one said that shit. Ain't nobody pull that out of you. You the one said we don't need to get to the NFL by using no PWI, and I'm gonna show you. And then you turned 2 years into your term and said, "The hell with this? Yes, I do need a PWI," and was gone.
Took all the kids.
No, that's why people on his head right there. That's it in a nutshell. Because if you came down there and said, I'm just a coach looking for an opportunity, I'm going to make the best out of my opportunity, and when I get my check, I'm gone, people would have been like, thank you for giving us the opportunity coming down there and helping us out. But then you told us you was down there for another reason.
Yeah, he trying to make it seem like he going to change the whole
man, that man know what he was doing, bro. And then people that sitting there saying he didn't do it, know they lying. They know he was damn selling out.
He used that little thing, and how he got us.
Stepping stool for the
stepping stool. There you go, Tone. Stepping stool.
He used that for the stepping stool for the quote unquote major
for the
major league.
And you know what? They let him get away with it. He just came down there and been on the up and up saying that, I'm down here. We're gonna see how far we can get this thing. And I'm gonna leave when I leave. I'm gonna do that.
Right.
But that ain't what he did. He didn't do that. He came down there with a whole nother energy and vibe.
So. Yeah, and that's my disagreement with him. Don't come to me with that. He got to write shit. That's so generic. Everybody know you got to write, motherfucker. You got to write. Jump off bridge or kill your goddamn self, motherfucker.
I mean, coaches leave all the time. Yeah,
exactly. We know that.
I think he wanted his son to go to the D1 league to try to prove say he could play in the D1. That's what I think he went there.
Because Jackson State is D1.
Yeah, they D1. I think I don't know. He probably mean like
no. That play like the five. You know what I'm saying?
The different conference.
Well, my point to you is that didn't help him. That didn't help his son. When he first got there, he took a beating. The first year they went down there, they took a beating. That didn't help them at all, bro. You don't ever show your chinks in your armor. You don't ever show weaknesses in your armor. If I'd have done that, I'd have went. Not with my son. I'd have went up there with somebody else's son, took them ass whooping. But my son would have stayed undefeated.
Okay, baby.
Yeah, my son would have stayed undefeated at Jackson State and became legendary. Then if I'd have went up there, I'd have got somebody else's son to go out there and get their head beat in, but not mine.
Man, Ghost, what I'm saying is, this man was changing Jackson for real.
Yeah, man, he made. You know how good it was. He made Saban quit. He made Saban quit.
Saban quit.
That's
right.
right.
I watching Jackson State stuff. You know what I'm saying? I watching it. You know what I'm saying? I should be watching it anyway, but I watching it. He made me watch.
Yeah, because we were watching the show, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody wanted to see the show.
Yeah, and I'm telling
you, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. No, I was just saying hit the like button.
Yeah, you right about that. He pulled a crowd when he went to Jackson State. So yeah, that was like the number one viewer that time.
He got Eddie George. I ain't say he got Eddie George's job, but they also them folks were looking at former football players to come over there and help out. And I think Eddie George he won something. He did something out there at Tennessee.
State. I think he's at Tennessee State, ain't he?
Yeah, he won something. I think he won something out there. But anyway, what I'm saying is, man, that man was changing that thing, man. He had the #1 player at Jackson State, bro. Are you kidding me? And then he had other 5 stars coming over there. People training from over there. I mean, it's crazy, bro. It was crazy, bro. But you
Yeah, he
know,
took an L. Dion took an L, man.
yeah,
When
that
I
was an
when
L
I
right
really
there,
stepped
bro.
Yeah,
back,
because
yeah, when I stepped back
obviously
and
he's
looked
probably
at
looking at the dollar signs. He probably want more money. That's
yeah,
probably
when
what
I
it is.
stepped
Probably want
back,
more money.
when I stepped back and looked at it, bro, and you know, realized um uh uh uh, uh
What
what he
going
did,
on, bro?
you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's like, because at first I'm like, well, you know, that man got it right, dude. I understand people.
He got it
But then you
right.
step back, you look at the bigger picture. So you don't
Mm-hmm.
just look at the individual, you look at the bigger picture and what he
Mm-hmm.
did and what he was bringing to the table.
He
And
was
then,
changing the game,
right, he
bro.
was actually changing the entire
Oh
game
yeah.
and or environment
He was
around
making
it.
them mad in the process, Tone. He making them
Oh
folk
yeah, well
mad.
you know they was mad. Yeah, you
Man,
know
they
they was mad because he was
mad.
taking the top players
The
and going
top
to
player, not
ACC,
the
which
top
they should.
player,
It should.
the top
Well,
player, Tone.
we all can say it, but it shouldn't
Facts.
take no Dion to tell your
To
kid to
do
go
that.
to HBCU anyway.
Right.
But I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get what you did when, you know, it's hard when you look in your icebox, ain't nothing neat there, and you got a motherfucker
Facts.
over there offering you money. So I get
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
too what you call 'em on there because that's the system that was created exactly for that, for them to win. Remember,
Right.
they had a 400-year head start. So
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
they had a
400.
400
Yeah.
year head start, and we still passing them. You know,
Yeah.
a 400-year head start, and we still passing them. But
And get
for
what, Tone?
Dion to do what he did and use that, see,
Mm-hmm.
I got a problem with him using that what is it, radio shit as an excuse, bro. Dion,
Mm-hmm.
come on, you could have came up
That
with something
two
better than
tone,
that.
that two tone, and what they did was they were like, okay, so look, he get 5, you know, he getting our best players out there. They were the folks
Hmm.
saying, they were the, you know, the folks, the other
Right.
folks saying, they saying themselves, hey, he get all the people down there. He get a lot of traction out there. Let's get him up here. Let's offer him some money to get him up here. You know what I'm saying? There you go, boom. Wait, I think they offered 30 mil. He was gone. Go, let it go, boy. Now,
Mhm.
I mean, I guess, look, I understand they was stealing and stuff like that. They still everywhere, bro. But yeah, I mean, bro, you gotta understand, you know, out there in Mississippi, I mean, bro, when they see people like that, like y'all, flashes and stuff like that, I mean, I'm not saying it's right to steal, but that's what's gonna
And
happen, bro.
think
Like,
and think if he had even on top of that gotten to a little political a
hmm
situation. Look, we're gonna turn this blue, man. We gotta make this state
man,
prosper.
you
Imagine what he
right,
could
Tom.
have did for that. So this look, man, this thing was bigger than just Dion and his son.
hmm hmm
But he chose to do Dion. I
hmm
mean,
Yeah.
and
I
hey, it
told
is
I told
what
my folks,
it
I
is.
said, he gonna leave, bro. I said that man gonna leave, man. That man leave Jackson State, bro. I'm telling
Oh, we knew he was gonna leave. We just wanted to win. So let me tell you something, bro. Look, I coach my son too, and I understand how it is when you coaching your kid. Yeah, you want the best for your kid, but I just don't understand why you would take him up to Colorado and get his head beat in. Like you
you.
had the best of everything at Jackson State, especially as far as looking good, making sure your boy look good. But what I can't understand about Dion, for him to be this supposed to be upstanding, God fearing man, bro. Why ain't you teaching your kids to be humble and know some humility and stuff? You got your boy out there with a Rolex on, a Rolex, and flashing it in front of the poorest people in America.
You think
I guess
nobody
they
gonna steal
put it in
that?
their face. This is what I am, and this is what you ain't gonna never be. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
why
jealousy is
would you do
real,
that?
bro. You putting them in danger. Look, we know because all they gonna come back with goes is I got a right to do that. Yeah, we know you got
You
a right.
got it
Ain't nobody
right.
gonna give you a right. But bro, like you said, at some point there's such thing as humbleness. You got bro,
hmm
man, I'd tell myself, hell, even now, let me tell you something, man. Number one, don't put your goddamn business on social media. That's fucking number one. Niggas don't need to know what you got, what you doing. I don't give a fuck if you're living in the box. You don't put your goddamn business in the social media.
hmm
Number one. Number two, if you blessed to have Rolexes and all that shit, if you're gonna bling with motherfuckers who are millionaire like you.
hmm
Right. You don't do that in front of the poorest people
You
in the
don't
world,
do
bro.
that. Yeah,
The
you don't
poor
do that
people
in
in the
front of
world,
people who
dog.
still struggling, bro. No, yeah, you can say they jealous. Yeah, you can say it. But bro, I'm telling you, these crazy motherfuckers now, they'll come at you just cause.
I mean, what
We
you
ain't saying
expect
it's
gonna
right
happen,
or wrong
Tone?
or nothing.
Tone,
But
what
you
you
doing
expect
shit.
gonna happen? What do you
Exactly.
expect gonna happen, bro?
Exactly.
You lucky
But see,
they stole Frank, cause they could have robbed you. Man,
yeah,
look, bro.
yeah.
Man,
Jealousy is real, bro.
jealousy is real, dude. Like, dude,
Jealousy is
come on,
real,
man.
man.
Well,
So
hunger even more real. Them niggas look at him like
Hunger,
food.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
right,
food, bro.
food,
right,
You
boy.
the point is you just don't do that, man. And as a grown man going in your
right.
60s, you should know better. You should know better. Tell your son, no, dude, don't. That's not how we want to carry ourselves.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know why he probably can't do that? Because that's how he carried himself.
Well, that's he was just like it.
Yeah,
He was
that's
just
why he could. But see, I say just because you did it, and you know it was wrong, a great parent will make sure their kid don't do it.
don't do
'Cause
what
that's
I do.
called that's good parenting. Even if you did it and you knew it was wrong, a good parent will stop his kid from doing it because he know it was wrong.
What's the first thing your parents tell you? Don't do what I do. You do as I say. You don't do as I do. You do as I say.
That's it. Yep.
See,
Crazy,
but
man.
I mean, flashy and everything, and that's the crazy thing too with Dion, bro. You did it, and you came to a breaking point where you was ready to commit suicide.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He did attempt suicide. He just failed.
Oh, what happened? Oh, he drove.
Yeah, he fell
drove the
into a
car.
depression.
Yeah, dude drove that car over the cliff, bro.
Yeah. He fell into a depression because he felt like motherfuckers that were around him wasn't his friend.
So he knew that he already went through all the ups and downs of money, having money and all that stuff.
Right.
But yet you ain't talking to your boy and keeping him off the field from doing that rolling flash and all that stuff, bro. Just I don't know, man. When you know better, you're supposed to do better.
Right. So
But I told you that tweet came back to bite him in the ass though. That one about where he gonna let his kid go to where he will and won't let him get drafted. That shit came back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. He should have never been talking like that, no way.
Right.
Because I guess Archie Manning or Elway or one of them. And even if you do have their talent, and you had their talent, no doubt about it. But that's not how we want to teach our kids. We ain't trying to be like them. We're not trying to emulate their bad behavior.
And you know you don't have the complexion for the protection, bro, to do what they do. They could be the garbagest players in the world. You don't. They got the complexion for the protection, bro. And so for you to think that because you got a couple dollars and you have, what made you think you could do what they do, man, with your son, bro? That's not. I don't know what Dion was thinking, but it is what it is, man. We know that they plot against them. Of course they're gonna plot against them, bro. Of course there is. Well, really, it ain't no plot because they're blatant. Nick Rose.
Oh yeah, they was very blatant with that shit.
Yeah,
they was very blatant with that.
Yeah, if you want
that right there was the most blatant. Dude, they didn't know court. They ain't touched that man, and they took all these damn ragged ass quarterbacks.
Yep.
And then they say, but what the one with Cleveland did, I still don't even understand it, y'all. Still trying to figure that out. Why would you put? Go ahead.
You see the video that his son put out, right? Shiloh said, "Yo, it's because of you. That's why Shiloh fall. You did that. He put a video out that Shiloh.
Who? Wait a minute, who
son Shiloh.
But who was he saying? You? He was referring to who?
Talking to his dad, Dion.
Oh, yeah. I'm not Bill. That's what I said day one. When I saw it going down like that, I said, man, that's his daddy, bro.
Yeah, you caused that. Yeah, they blame the dad. They said the dad caused that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said when day one I saw it going down the way it was going down, man, that's his daddy doing that. They don't want to fuck with his daddy. They don't want to mess with him.
Y'all get
it is what it is, bro. It's up to him to prove everybody wrong, man. It's up to him to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Hey, but then
it's up to him to prove everybody wrong.
Hey, Zay, did you hear me? I was early in the broadcast. I was talking about what Chris Carter said about at the end of that call from the Browns. Dion told Shadua, give me the phone so I can talk to the GM. Bruh, like, don't you know that's what got don't you know that's what got him on the Browns in the first place? What you doing right now?
He did admit that though. I read a little thing where Dion
Like,
admitted
nigga, that's
like,
exactly what got him there. You talking about you want to talk to the GM, the owner, the coach? No.
Now look, I get this too. I know about the Manning boys, you know, they did that right there. You know what I'm saying? But y'all,
What's up, Jesse?
like y'all said, we got to play it a different game, bro. We can't play it their game like that, cause we in their game. Shit,
What's
you know
up,
what I'm saying?
They're those
You
are
know?
ones that's giving out the jobs. Bro. If you want one of their jobs, you got to learn their rule. And if
That
you
what
don't want
people
one of
don't
their jobs, then
understand,
you
bro.
can say clear as day, hell with your rules and do your
No, I
thing.
said that's why these young cats
That's
don't
why no black
understand.
owners is in the NFL.
Yeah,
That's why no black owners in the NFL. That's the only
Yeah.
sport they keep no black people out. To be an owner.
Hey,
That's it.
Bro, they protect that shield though, bro. That's why they make them keep them helmets on. They gonna make sure there ain't no individualism popping up in this damn NFL. And you gonna keep that helmet on, and you gonna continue to be whatever team.
Mm-hmm.
If you a cowboy, you gonna keep that star on the side of your head. We ain't gonna see your face.
That's why
You
I
gonna
said,
Yeah, basically the brand. It's all about the brand.
About that, man.
It's about the NFL brand, man.
That's why I said, man, yeah, you think you got some power just because you got some little bread. Man, you ain't got no power, bro. They can pull everything from you, bro. You saw what they did Kanye, you remember that? Remember, he was a billionaire. So all that money
Man, they
pulled from
told the
him.
bank. That's right. Even the banks quit dealing with him. They bank said we don't even want your money.
You see what I'm saying?
They were like, this dude got all this money. They were like, nope, can't put it in our bank. We don't even want your money. Now you know it's bad when they tell you they don't want your money.
That's bad. They control everything, bro. So like we said, we got to play their game. I don't think people understand that.
But that's the
Like
one thing I did agree
young
with Chris Carter on when he said it. Like he said, dude, he must have really forgot you're doing an interview. You no matter how good you are, you still interviewing for your job. And that's a fact. You are still, dude. I don't care how good of a program I am. I can't go to any company and just talk shit. I'm still interviewing.
And some of them owners, you know, we know Shador talented, but some of the owners don't even like how he plays. They probably think he ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? Some of the owners think he ain't that good, which we know he's good. You know what I'm saying? But
It's all about control though. At the end of the day, bro, they won't make sure it's their system and they control it. And they don't care about no money. They care about the control because they know with the control comes the money.
Man, they just made this boy go 5th round, Ghost.
Oh, they took his money, bro. They damn sure took because they ain't got to pay him. You know, if you a 5th round pick, they don't got to pay you no money. There's no guarantees in that.
They can cut you, all that, bro. I mean, it's crazy, bro.
What did he get? Minimum wage? 5th round? I mean, give me minimum wage.
They said that boy made more money. I think they say he made more money in college than he gonna make in the NFL.
Yeah, he made $15 million in college.
I think
they say he gonna make more in college than he's going to make in the NFL.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Well, my thing is, I know he already well off, but that's still 30 mil, 40 mil, you know.
Man, 40 million, 40 million.
40 million, bro. I don't give a damn how well off you is. 40 mil, bro. I think he get like either I gotta go look at it, but I think I saw $4 million, something like that.
You know, I heard somebody said they calling for a boycott. Black folks supposed to be boycotting the NFL.
What you mean?
Man, good luck with that shit.
Good luck.
No, I mean, I'm trying to remember who I heard that. Was it Willie D that said something like that?
Oh, Willie D.
Oh,
man, good luck.
Well, here's the thing, though. This is the irony.
Man, hey, boycott for Kaepernick. Why you got a boycott for him?
No, I'm about to say, why we boycott for the niggas? Hold on. Why we gonna boycott for the niggas that left the niggas?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Why you gonna boycott for that?
Now we gonna boycott him? No. Y'all better come up with another plan.
I mean, yeah, y'all better come up with another plan.
You better come up with another plan, because I ain't in on that one.
Hey, cause me,
not that one right there.
Cause they good, bro. I mean, Dion them good. Either way, they good. They
I mean,
straight. So,
Hey, Tone, that almost sound like some Umar shit right there.
No, ain't no sound like that's exactly what it is.
You want us to go vote now, but you wasn't voting back in the day when everybody wanted you. No, that's some Umar shit right there.
Yeah, make no sense, yo.
You want us to go vote?
What you mean we white man? We? What you
What you mean we? What you mean we? We?
Exactly.
Brother, you on your own.
Ever since Kaepernick, I really stopped looking. It was really this year I dibbed and dabbed in it, but I'm turned off on it anyway. But that boycott shit because of his son, no, I ain't falling for that one. I'm not. I don't agree with that one. I get your premise.
Man, I already throw away my team, man. I'm not a Jets fan no more. Ever since what I heard what Jets did, I ain't watching football no more since that. I'm like, nah, I can't go to franchise.
That I'm rocking with though. Tone, that Target boycott and that Walmart boycott and all that. I'm rocking with that boycott right there.
Pastor O'Brien down here, he said, "Oh no, we ain't finished."
Yes,
Pastor
that
Brian
one
here,
right there. That's some good shit right there.
Yes, sir. He like, "Oh no, we ain't finished." And look, he even did a sermon on it. He said they gonna call Al Sharp.
That's what we should have. Yeah, I can't. Boy, I'm loving this one right here. I'm loving this one right here. Because they've been sticking these goddamn stores up around us like they ain't no big deal, and we gonna walk up in there no matter what.
Yep.
And either you come in here, you gonna starve or whatever the case may be. Okay, we gonna see.
Those shows be empty, man.
They're on the verge of bankruptcy. That's why
then try. Oh, hold on. And then try to turn around and blame it on.
They got 2 more weeks for food to be in the shelf.
No,
2 more weeks before food go off the shelf. They say that Walmart say that to the tourists. They said 2 more weeks before food get off the shelf, and the shelf's gonna be empty.
They say the ports are empty. You got people reporting at the ports and shit. Hey man, do you? I told y'all I'm with God, the Most High God. Hey, do you, man? I ain't got time. But this, like Go said, this Target, oh, this is so perfect. This is so beautiful. But trust me, it ain't just Target. It ain't just Target. They just on the verge of bankruptcy, so they're making it. You know, when they got to call the old Negro spirit, the Al Sharpton, you know they down bad.
So we need to make sure we got to make sure they get crushed though, because I mean
they have to get crushed.
Can't let them recover. You got to make sure we crush them because they literally did it to us with these jobs, with these Department of Justice and Department of Education jobs, and how they done dried up all these subsidies and they ain't sending this money out to these schools and stuff. And now it's actually affecting employees now. You know, people losing their job because they're not getting the money at the school. They're not getting the money. It ain't even just the school; it's the private sector too, and they doing it on purpose. They know exactly who is impacted. They ain't playing with us. They ain't playing with us.
That's 2025. Project 2025 goes.
And they're gonna cut their nose to spite their face because it's actually hurting their own poor ass Embreeze. More,
but they don't care, Tone, because they know them dummies don't keep on voting with them. You know this.
That's my point.
You know this. They gonna create as much pain for us because they know them people gonna keep voting with them.
Yep.
But you see what Amazon doing now? You heard what Amazon doing now? They're gonna take the terrorists. They're gonna pay the terrorists, but they're not gonna raise their price. They're gonna take the terrorists and pay the fee. So that means Amazon price is not gonna go up really.
That's because they're already robbed our ass with that damn Amazon Prime. Shit.
They already
we'll eat the price. Nigga, you already got that money. That Amazon Prime, dude, they charge you Amazon Prime about 4 or 5 times a month. Do you know how many times I done seen Amazon Prime? I'm like, wait a minute, ain't I'm subscribed already? Oh yeah, they done charged me 3-4 times a month for the same shit. And I gotta call in and tell them, hey, you know I'm a member, right? Oh yeah, okay, we'll knock that off. Like, why?
And it take long to get your money back, right?
Man, let me tell you, like a week I had 3 or 4 credit cards. I just so happened to look at. Then it had Amazon Prime on them over and over and over again. I'm like, wait a minute, I already bought it on the Amex. Why am I paying on MasterCard or any other card?
Right.
Man, I call the people, they be like, oh yeah, that's a mistake. So they basically knew that they were taking the money, and if they doing it to me, they doing it to others.
And remember,
If you don't check your account, you're out of luck.
Even when they give it back, by the time a lot of people notice, they already got the interest off, so they can give it back.
Oh, you know they did that too, Tom. Sure did. I saw it when they took it off. They took it off with a whole bunch of interest on all the credit card. They had to go back and take interest off and everything.
Yep. So you got.
I mean, but the point is, they just got a no interest loan though. If you think about that, if you taking the 16, I think it was like 1640. It's the same price. That's how it's noticeable because it's the same price over and over and over again. But imagine if you're doing that to 1 million people. That's $16 million alone free for a month. They ain't got to pay no interest. Or no, because mine wasn't even a month. It was 3 months before I noticed it. It was 3 months. So that's basically, if they did that time $1 million, that's $16 million they got for 3 months for free.
Yep, for free. And the interest on $16 million. So yeah,
I ain't surprised they talking about they gonna eat that damn tariff shit. They ain't got no problem eating it because they done took the money already.
First of all, billionaires don't lose. When they say they're eating the tariffs, all they saying is, I'm just gonna show y'all that I'm gonna pay with y'all money that I already took from y'all and make y'all think that we doing something. That's the same way with that food. You got a lot of these dumbass food really think that boy gave up his damn salary. That motherfucker ain't, even though it's only $400,000, $500,000 a year, that boy ain't giving you. Okay, where it's going? Where's salary going? That boy, I can tell you where his salary going. Right to his fake ass fundraiser, his fake ass organization. The people just dumb, man.
Wait, who said they gave up a salary?
It didn't make that Trump don't get paid. Trump gave up his salary to give it back to
well, that's what they said the first term too.
Trump done stole so much money, bro. He can't keep counting all the money he done stole.
I was at work, bro, and I'm hearing these niggas say Trump is black as us. These niggas now. He say, yeah, man, Trump black as us, man. He on
when I saw that film of black boys in Atlanta, Georgia, when they went down there with them MAGA hats and was passing them out over there in Buckhead. Bankhead. I said, wait a minute.
Bankhead.
How the hell did they? Why in the world? How did this man get a camera crew over there giving out red hats, MAGA hats to black children, and then they went and filmed it and they showed it back to everybody, made it look like we all on board with what they doing.
On board with his foolishness.
They filmed that shit right there in Atlanta, bro. Right there in Atlanta, and then try to make everybody believe that we on board with this, that we doing this shit. But then you got some of these dumb motherfuckers running around here.
That's the trick they play.
Some of these YNs, man, it's like they're a lost cause, bro.
Yeah,
they so easily influenced.
Yeah,
they're easy to get fooled, man.
They're a lost cause, man.
Easy to get fooled.
Do with them.
It's gonna be lost, man. Many of them gonna be lost, man. And some shit is just so basic. Bro, it's just basic common sense, man.
It really is,
man. Talking about he doing good. How's he doing good?
But Ghost, you say common sense. A lot of people don't have common sense.
Well, common sense ain't too common, so we do know that. This man paid off almost 1 million people. Almost 1 million people done lost his job. The stock market, your 401k done went from 43 points when Joe Biden left office all the way down, what is 37, 38 now? But he winning. What is wrong with you people?
Hey Tom, then they gonna have the nerve to say, yeah man, he tweeted out something to the NFL. Y'all act like y'all can't see nothing. Y'all act like y'all don't see the revolving, you know what I'm saying? Like what they call that?
Hey man,
the glass mirror type shit. Man,
the devil is real, man. I told you, the devil boy, he know the tricks and trade to get the disciples, man.
See, you see how easy what he did that Tom. You see when he jumped in on that and said Jesse Fussador, that brought a lot of the black people on his side. See what I'm saying?
Of course.
See how easy that was?
Because he knew what he was doing, bro.
Man, he don't give a damn
exactly what he was doing, bro.
Exactly.
Not to mention, y'all got it's another angle too. See, Donald Trump, was shunned by the NFL, so he hate them.
Right.
So of course he
Right.
gonna take
He
any
do
side
hate
against
them.
them.
Right.
That's why he
Yep.
doing it. It ain't. He don't care nothing about no damn Shador. He just using this as a tool to hit back at them, to pick
That's-
back at them. Say, yeah, I knew y'all wasn't no good. See how you doing this, boy, bro? You don't give. He don't give two damn shits about Shador.
And
He
now-
just want to
and-
use it as an opportunity to stick it back at the NFL.
And
And
then
that's
he
the
got
same
he
way
got
he's
some of the
doing-
black people on this
publicity.
side now with that bullshit.
And
Man.
that's the same way he doing with Harvard. He attacking Harvard because his silly ass dumb ass son couldn't get in Harvard. They turned his son down for admitting in Harvard. So now he taking all Harvard federal funding away, which it should anyway. But now all of a sudden he taking Harvard's federal funding away. Because Harvard turned down
because his son couldn't get in?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
They denied
Because his son couldn't get in Harvard. Wow.
They denied him. Yep.
Oh, wow. Well, that's what pity is.
You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. But it is what it is, man. This is what's happening, man. The shit is ready to hit
No,
the fan.
DeSantis is in trouble now. DeSantis in
Huh?
trouble with money shit.
Well,
He had his
look,
wife.
a
He robbing
criminal-
Florida all the time.
Yeah, good. I'm sorry. He needs to rob Florida. All you bastards down there who vote, everybody who down there vote for him, same way with Trump. If you voted for this fool, and y'all deserve to get everything. What they say, deserve to have the day that you have. That boy been a criminal. Republicans are criminals, but you keep voting for him. So it is what it is, man. At this point, do you rob them? Rob all of his back. At some point, they're gonna wake up. I guess I don't even too much know, but at some point they'll wake up. All right, y'all. Let me shut this one down, man.
All right, I'll catch up with y'all later then. All right, big
Okay.
brother.
Y'all be
All right,
safe,
man.
man.
All right, man.
baby.
All right, go.
All right.
All right, go,
Peace,
Storm.
peace.
Speak to that later.
Okay, baby.
I don't want to.
Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, man. Hey, man. Good stream, man. Good, definitely good. Post Miami Heat, and we're gonna have it again tomorrow, man, because we're gonna break down some, what Miami need to do. Excuse me. Okay, Miss Thelma, what Miami need to do. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. shout out to nephew Wake, man, for the $2 dono, man. I appreciate you, Wake, for your donation. Shout out to nephew Akeem, man, again for the $5 dono, man. I appreciate y'all for the donation, man. Hey, and a donation to the channel, man, and everybody who donates. Yeah, okay, Clip Bang. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Y'all know how I do it, man. I leave out like I come in. No matter what y'all do for the rest of the day, man, make sure you keep God Almighty first, man, the creator of the heavens and earth and everything in between, and our ancestors, in Jesus' name. Amen. 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 Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, man, until I might do something later on tonight. I ain't gonna be 100 for sure, but if I do come on, y'all be prepared, be ready, man. Let's chop it up. Salute, 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 nephew. Salute, 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 305. Until later on, man, I'm Big Tone for Big Tone Open Sports Talk. Peace.
Celtics, Knicks, Pacers.
Get out of here.
Hawks, Nets, Lakers.
Get out of here.
Ain't no room for the fakers.
Get out of here.
Rest in peace to the haters.
Get out of here.
Celtics, Knicks, Pacers.
Get out of here.
Hawks, Nets, Lakers.
Get out of here.
Ain't no room for the fakers.
Get out of here.
Rest in peace.